back in the game because I don't want to click out of it. I was in fact not ready. My headphones weren't on. Anyways, I do not remember what happened. I kind of remember what happened. I think it was Celeste. That's what I remember. Just thinking it was Celeste. So, hope everything's saved correctly. Because I haven't been here for a while. Yes. Oh god, we're right on it. Okay. I want to say it was Celeste. That's what my thought was. Okay, so Taka and Fumi were killed in a run around. I don't trust Celeste. She seemed off. Her words seemed suspicious. I think it was her. You know? I don't know, man. And then the question, I guess she could have killed both because you can kill two people. The question is the name. Because Hifumi, while he was half dead, said not her name, but Hiro's name, but he was talking about potentially something or not. It would appear the culprit has been confirmed. Oh right, and we think it is Hiro because he was in that suit, but there's a lot of things that don't add up with that. It seems a little weird. It seems a little This trial will be over in no time. Hey Bakra, I actually recently heard somebody, his favorite character is Bakra. I'm like, really? Okay. It wasn't me, you gotta believe me. Okay, my thoughts are going to be an end game. Going to be in the end game. I feel like she's gonna die right now because I feel like if it isn't her, it better have a good explanation because for me, all the surface findings point to her. My question is, how will she die? Because her thing's gambling. Will she just be a pachinko ball? Just little pachinko ball. Anyways, let's not think about that and let's go into the elevator. Okay. I took one last deep breath and exhaled slowly. I have no idea who are bots that join or not because I have about 4 bots in the last week and I'm like, well, you guys are all bots. I know this because I didn't stream, you just followed. Anyways, I took one last deep breath and exhaled slowly. I began to walk towards the elevator. Once everyone was aboard, the doors closed on their own. I mean, a lot of elevators do. The steel box began to move. Yeah, I don't know what Hina, Sakura, Toko, what their path will be. Obviously, you will make it, and so will Kyoko and Byakuya. Oh my god, names are hard. The clunking of the elevator kept us company as we fell further and further down. There was no going back. Until we settle this, we can't go anywhere. Ding! I'm not sure how long it was before the elevator finally came to a stop. The elevator's doors slid open, opening up into a fatal fate. So does the broom change every time we have a trial? Because the first change I don't think I noticed. Or maybe it was something, I don't know. Somehow I didn't notice, but I think it changes every time. Hoo-hoo. When I see all of you gathered together like this, I realize just how few of you there are left. Your school life is slowly reaching its climax. Only 'cause of you. Why? Why are you making us do such cruel things to each other? What? Do you really hate me so much? But I'm so cute. Stop goofing around and begin the trial. Don't rush me, of course I'm gonna start it. I would never be like, stay tuned for the action-packed class trial after this commercial break. Oh, that's where I should have ended the episode. I'd never hold out on you like that. Okay, let's begin. Get to your assigned seats. And so, the curtain opened once again. I found it super funny because I need to figure out how to do a high-pitched voice again, because I was watching some old videos of mine, and I sounded so high-pitched before testosterone that I'm just like, dude, and it was like 5 months ago, and I'm just like, why did I sound like a 7-year-old girl? And so, the curtain opened once again. A deadly judgment, a deadly deception, a deadly betrayal. A deadly riddle, a deadly defense, a deadly fate. A deadly class trial. I find it funny that he's so dramatic when he comes to that, like a deadly this, a deadly that. And now they must confront 2 murderers. Who claimed the life of a Fufumi and Kiyotaka in this class trial? Suspicion builds upon suspicion builds upon suspicion. Okay, did I get any? Oh my god, do I have 2? Oh my god, I can't afford them all. Oh my god, I have so many. Okay. Allows you to reload 2 bullets at once. Oh wait, this is definitely what I want. Okay, this is also good. So, 8. Eight, 9, 10, 11? Is that how math works? Increase your truth bullet rate of fire. Effective during non-stop debates in the bullet time battle finale. Okay, I don't know if that's important. Steadies your aim a little bit. Effective during non-stop debate and Hangman's Gambit. Increases your time limit for each phrase. That's good. I do like time limits. I lack thereof. Increases your influencer gauge by 2. Okay, that's... Okay, time... For me, the stupid reloading was annoying because I didn't know what to do with it. Allows you to reload 2 bullets at once. That just sounds really good. More bullets. I don't think I need that one. Rate of fire. Steadies your aim. Time limit for what? I think is the issue. I think steadies your aim is better. I don't want to put all my points all into the... Can I do this? Sure, let's just... I need more skill points. Will it round over to the next playthrough? Like, if I play through it all here, and I go back, and I play through it again, will I keep all the skills I have and all the items I have, or not? Like, can I 100% it? Like, can I have every gift and every skill and max amount of points, I wonder. Okay, I don't know any of the truth bullets anymore. I don't know anything. Okay.
So, your votes will determine the results.
Okay.
If you can figure out
yes.
who's done it, then only they will receive punishment. But if you pick the wrong one, then I'll punish everyone besides the black.
Yeah, we know this.
The one that deceived everyone else will graduate.
Yeah, she hasn't deceived me. Unless there's a twist, and then I'm like, ooh. Awkward. And we don't, you know, it follows a pattern from what I've seen, and my sibling didn't argue me, she watched all of it. She didn't argue with me about it, where it always seems to be Hina jumps to who did it way too early, like surface level, and then Byaka, like I said, is always wrong, but he's like, oh, this is where you should be headed, but then Kyoko is like, no, here's the correct answer. Like, so whatever Byaka says is the wrong conclusion, and I don't know if it's right, but she wouldn't tell me. But so Hina being like, it's Hero, like, for sure. I'm like, no, honey. And then, okay, she's freaking out in the corner. I'm doing good. How are you? Where do you know who did it?
Was that? It was Hiro. He does not have an alibi for when the murders took place.
Alibi?
And we found it in that suit.
I knew a guy named Alibi. I think it might have been his last name. He might have been a professor at my school. But it was very funny because we were like, Alibi? I was like, yeah. Alias. It was a really weird name. Anyways. Yeah, I don't trust you, Celeste.
Don't try and deny it. You killed them.
I didn't. Someone knocked me out. I was asleep the whole time. I don't know anything about it.
Yeah, no, I love the game so far. My sibling and I agree that we are going to buy the next ones, because above very surface level knowledge, we knew nothing, like I said, and I don't think it's true anymore, but I thought they were all in purgatory, like actual purgatory, but apparently they're not. Like, this is just reality. So that's very fun that doesn't seem to be correct. I don't know how it's gonna end, so obviously no spoilers. Just none. So I also been gone for a week, so I'm going to be terrible, so I'm glad you're stopping in just to see how bad I am at playing this game. Anyways, I love Hero. If that question 1, people ask like, how do you like blank, like this person, this character? I gotta say, Hero is a himbo and I love him, and I'm not going to let people sleep on him. I think it was before the himbo crowd though, but I love him. He's great.
Check your murdering note, murderer!
How are you calling a murderer?
I had a shirt like his though.
I am sorry to say, Hiro, but we do have evidence.
I really want to play. I'm gonna buy them for here. I'm gonna play them on Twitch again. I loved it, and I loved how many people were so into it. People would come into chat and just being like loving the games and like loving characters. Like, they're like, one person was so into Leon, and it was great that like just completely into like their personal character, and I love it.
Blueprint for the suit.
Okay, and those can't be his because he has good handwriting, because he believes people that have bad handwriting get possessed by ghosts, and I guess I'm possessed by a ghost, so. Okay, listen, when I first saw all the characters, Sakura caught my eye, and I was so scared they were going to do her poorly, like just completely do her dirty, but I absolutely love her, and I will die for her, and I'm really wondering what will happen, because I'm going to be so mad if they like, oh, I forgot what her name is. Hina. If Hina like kills Sakura or Sakura kills Hina, I'm like, no, they're girlfriends and no, they will never happen. Which they didn't do that with Taka. I was so scared they're gonna be like, Taka kills this person now, because you don't expect the ultimate moral compass, but they're actually really good at kind of keeping this like the certain characters true, which I'm very glad about, because if they have them sway too much, it will be garbage. So far it's really well done, but I don't know what will happen with that, because I'm scared they're gonna I know something's gonna happen to them. They've been bonded for so long that something's gonna happen.
We assume we used to build it. And all of it was found in your room. You have to admit, the evidence is quite compelling.
Yeah, my sibling did say one of them she didn't like the writing of, because apparently they just didn't know where they wanted to go with him. I believe it was Hero, but I don't know details of it. She says I probably will notice it. So, also, when I nitpick games, and sorry, I know I want to listen to the trial, because I don't remember it. When I nitpick games, that is not because I don't like them. I realize I nitpick things a lot, because like I will watch a TV show or a movie and I'll nitpick it, and they're like, oh, just say you don't like it. I'm like, what? I love it. That's why I'm nitpicking it. I don't know, like deep in the lore, or deep in like the writing. If I didn't like something, I'll just be like, whatever. But like the reason why I'm pulling apart like things is because I like it so much.
It points to you as having created the suit and wearing it while committing crime after crime.
And that doesn't make sense because you can't move in the suit. I'm so glad. I'm glad, because I don't want you to be like, this game's great, and I'm just like pulling it apart.
I don't know.
Is Hero really the killer, or before anything else, we have to make that clear. Also wondering the 16th student, because we know there is one. More or less. It was mentioned. Oh god, I don't remember the buttons. Is it? Okay, thank god. Okay, the Hero's message.
Hero, why? Why did you kill them?
No, just hold on a second.
Okay, only like one thing was shootable, I think. I mean, looking at the blueprints, that handwriting is awful, yeah. Awful messy. If I remember correctly, Hero's handwriting is... Okay.
Everything we found in your room.
That's not correct.
The blueprints,
There we go.
parts,
I thought I was gonna get blocked. Yeah, Celeste seems... you seem pretty eager to pin it on him.
Sure Hero really made those blueprints?
what do you mean?
Ah, thank you.
Well, take a look at this. It's the note that Hero wrote, asking everyone to meet up after Alter Ego disappeared.
Shh, not in front of... Monokuma, dude.
The handwriting's obviously different, wouldn't you say? When you compare it to the blueprints.
Why did he... that kind of bothers me. Don't say it, like... We're in front of Monokuma, you know, like... Anyways.
There's no way you could think the same person made both of them. Unless that person made it a point to disguise their handwriting.
No, the differences are bigger than that, I'd say.
Also, why would you disguise your handwriting, and then put it in your own room? Like, if it's like, oh, found it in the trash room, but it's like, no, dude, you found it in his room. Like, why would I disguise... Like, why would someone disguise their handwriting and put it in their room?
Come on. I'm not smart enough to think of trying to change my handwriting anyway.
True. It's true.
So Makoto, are you saying you don't think Hero's the culprit?
I started to like Hina instantly solely because Sakura was like, I love Hina. And I was like, I love Hina too. You're right. You're right.
And he's not the only one.
God, I hate Baka.
Hero is innocent as well.
Yeah, but you're an idiot. Whoever you say it is wrong.
Then who was in that Robo Justice suit?
The suspicious individual hidden within the suit.
I mean, it was... To be fair, yeah. The suspicious individual in the suit.
Makoto, tell them who it was.
I mean, it was Hero. Like, we found him in it. And of course he passes it off to me.
Who was in the Robo Justice suit?
The suspicious individual in question, the one that must have been in the suit. Hina... I mean, the only real option is Hero, so I'm gonna go with Hero. Yeah, I don't think you were... So, I based my little icon off of this guy, my tattoo, and I was in a McDonald's... Oh wait, I should... There's a timer. I was in a McDonald's drive-thru, and one guy got super nervous and scared, and he looked at me. He's like, "Are you part of the Illuminati?" And I'm like, "No, it's a tattoo." And he's like, "Oh, thank God." And I'm like, "Oh, okay." So he was freaked out. I felt so bad, but he was terrified.
I can't think of anyone else it could have been. Obviously, he was the one in that particular suit. And we never found any kind of second suit.
Then there can be no doubt. Hero is the prime suspect.
Didn't you just say you didn't think Hero did it?
Doesn't make any sense. You just
Oh.
said Hero didn't do it.
No, he was like shaking. He's like giving me back my credit card, and he's like, "Here you go." I'm like, "Okay." I felt so bad. I was like, "No." To be fair, I was also wearing a shirt that had a very similar thing like this, but it was a pizza slice with an eye in it, and so I guess both triangles with eyes in it just panicked him.
It makes perfect sense. Hero
Oh, okay,
is
there
a
we go.
suspicious individual in a suit, but he's not the culprit.
So what you're saying is...
God, she's great.
That's right. The culprit in this case has nothing to do with being in the Robo Justice suit.
What? Now that's a bold assumption.
My sibling, again, watched I think the whole thing, the whole game, and said that she loves Genocide Jill, but like, because of the whole DID thing, it's like such a bad trope, but such a great character, and I want to know what happens if she's just her, or what goes on, because my sister's like, I really, like, obviously horrible trope, but man, I love her, and I'm like, oh, great.
Make such a statement? You do have a reason, yes.
Of course. But before we get to that, there's something else we need to clarify first. So let's get that out of the way.
Hey, stop trying to boss us around.
I don't know what else we gotta clear up first.
Things have a proper order.
Okay, sorry.
So what is it? What needs to be clarified?
Yeah, when I first saw this game, because I watched a little bit before I started playing it, I wanted to look up how many people took Sakura and, like, slimmed her down, and, like, took away her darker skin with her, scars, but I was very pleased to see that people, like the fan art that I did see, didn't do that, because I'm so glad, because she's such a great design. Yeah, she's great. I love her. I love her so much.
We must clarify the method of transportation for Taka's lifeless body.
I love Taka. He's like my son. I want to take care of him.
It would seem that his corpse was moved using certain particular items.
The tarp and the trolley.
Makoto, can you tell us what they were?
The tarp and the trolley. The things that took... the dolly. I'm gonna go with the dolly because it says move. So I'm gonna click this because that's how they moved it. She's so great. God, I love her so much. I love strong, like, women characters like that, like really buff women characters, like in Overwatch with Zarya. God, I love Zarya. I love Sakura. Like, the ideal, like, yes. I don't get how he's people's favorite. Okay, sorry. I don't get how people's favorite is Baka. Like, I seen, like, artwork of him and stuff. Like, obviously no spoilers. But, like, I seen people being like, oh, he's my favorite, or he gets better later. And I'm waiting for that to kick in, because it has not happened, where I'm like, oh my god, Baka, like, I love you. Like, no. Sakura, number 1. Taka, my son. Hiro, a himbo. Love him. Like, my least favorites were Braka and Hifumi, and I haven't even played yet, and I already don't miss Hifumi. Which is such a dick move, because I'm like, besides him being super duper, like, sexual, like, or sexual to other, sexualizing other people, like, he's like, cosplay and anime and stuff, and I'm like, yeah, dude, that's dope, let's hang out. But then he's like, oh, sexualizing things, and I'm like, yeah, Celeste, go ahead and kill him. And then she might have, so let's see. There's still one more thing. The thing that were used to move Taka's body. They must have been, oh, okay, I'm assuming that it's the tarp. Yeah, okay. Dude, we connecting. Yeah, it was Dolly and tarp. What's with that attitude? The attitude.
Let's see if I can explain.
My baby.
His body disappeared from the equipment room, and then we rediscovered it in the repository.
Braga is tall.
And when we found it for the second time, it was wrapped in a blue tarp, right?
It. How quickly we changed from
It was the same tarp that up
human
until then
to
was
not.
stored in the equipment room.
Despite the game being like, I could never, like, have them just be objects. Like, in, like, what, the first or second murder they said that? And then it's like, it was wrapped in a tarp.
So the killer must have seen it there, and decided to use it when they moved Taka's body. That way, they wouldn't leave any bloodstains while they were moving it.
Fair.
Okay, that explains the tar. And the dolly?
Same thing. I'm sure the dolly was in the equipment room when we first found Taka's body there.
I would have missed that. Like, if I was
But when the body disappeared,
Makoto,
so did the dolly.
I just would have not have seen the dolly. I noticed the smears on the floor, but I thought that was just dragging the body. Like, flopping it onto the tarp.
Later, when Taka's body reappeared in the repository, so did the dolly.
In other words, you think they used the dolly to move the body, am I right? But are you sure you are not mistaken?
I mean, it's pretty clear.
Are you absolutely positive the dolly was in the equipment room when you found Taka's body? That
You're good,
dolly was
Celeste.
specifically for moving large objects between the repository and the art room. It would be very strange indeed to discover it had made its way to the equipment room.
But yeah, it's true. If you want to just, poke someone's, like, statements, just be like, are you sure? Because it casts doubt.
Is it not possible that it was in the repository all along, and you simply didn't realize it?
Little things like the glasses, like, that kind of murk, because you also found, like, the wipes, like, the wipe to wipe off the glasses. Like, that I can kind of see how you remember it, but, like, just, like, oh, in the corner, there was the dolly. It's like, you couldn't even, before this, in the game, you couldn't even click in the room. I never looked around it. I found coins when I went in there. So, and I know those were gen, but still. So it's like, you didn't even get it, like, you as a player didn't even get to click around or anything. So, Makoto really does, like, memorize it a lot.
He's raised an objection. How do you respond?
I'm right.
There is no shame in being wrong. Nobody expects much from you anyway.
Celeste.
We have all accepted the fact that you rarely understand what is going on around you.
Oh, Celeste. Rude. Yeah, one person that watched a little bit, I think his favorite character is Celeste, so I don't want to be too rude to her. But dang, she's savage. Wow. I've never had anyone sound so nice while being so mean, but maybe I can change your mind. Wait, you never had passive-aggressive people? If I can, just explain to them why the dolly must have been moved from the equipment room to the repository. A new element has been added to the bullet time battles. Would you like to hear it? Yes, and I also would like to hear everything else that previously happened. Oh wait, I never needed to reload. Oh, then I just failed the other one because I suck. Let's talk about reloading. Starting with this next bullet time battle, you're going to add a new ingredient to the recipe? Okay. Yeah, when I was learning a different language, my teacher would always say a little spice in your, in your food. Like, the sentence is food, and you can get it real simple, or you can add a little bit of spice. It was very sweet. I loved her. She was great. On the bottom of the screen, underneath the tempo marker, you will see the ammo count. Up until now, there hasn't been a limit to how you destroy your opponent's statements, but from now on, just locking on and pressing the left mouse button won't be enough to handle them. Now it will cost you 1 bullet to destroy a single remark. So yeah, I must have just failed. The last one, I failed it. Okay. Once you run out of bullets, you can't destroy any more statements, no matter how locked on you are. However, you can reload by pressing the tab key. That's why I didn't know it. You didn't tell me it before. Just like locking on, you have to press the tab key in time with the tempo marker. Basically, that the tab key now has a function along with the right mouse button and the left mouse button. You will automatically reload at the start of fever time, and your ammo will not decrease. But if your action difficulty is set to gentle, you won't have to reload at all. In which case, you can ignore everything. I like that. Okay, hear me out. I was rewatching somebody play, like, Cuphead or something, and give it hard games are great, but I like when video games have an option that people that aren't video game people can play a game. I love that. I'm not set to gentle, I'm set to kind or something, like normal, but I like that. I'm glad. Well then, good luck and have fun. I'm glad that they have options for people. Like, I love video games. I still suck. Okay. Oh wait. Oh right, okay. Oh wait, no. I do think they give you a little bit. I'll believe it. Oh god, how do I can't read your comment. I did it. Final strike. I thought I needed to aim for a second. I'm like, where's my little thingy? I did it! I win! Man, I'm so good at this. Yeah, absolutely, with Danganronpa in the game. Yes, absolutely.
When I found the dolly in the repository, one of the wheels had a blood stain on it. There was a pool of blood in the equipment room with a tire marking that matched the dolly wheel's tread.
Whoever, I think it must have been Hifumi moved the body? Because it's Celeste, we saw her. Correct? I don't remember. But come on, stop messing up so much, Hifumi. You wiped off your glasses and threw your trash right there. Come on, like, trash can, like, wiped off his glasses and threw it in the trash can. He's really messing this up for Celeste. Like, again, I really am banking on it being Celeste, or I'm going to be egg on my face.
Dried on the tire, they moved the body into the repository. So there's my proof that the dolly was used to move Taka's body.
Poor Taka. But he's with Mondo again, so that's all that matters. Jeez, does Celeste really hate me that much? You're accusing her? No. You're right, you're not accusing her. I'm accusing her. I was gonna be like, you're accusing her of murder. No, that's me.
That was just something we had to get out of the way. Let's get back to the main subject.
Yeah, the subject of how Robo Justice didn't do it. it's not a killer robot, then what kind of robot is it?
A sleeping kind.
Not sure that really matters.
God, her voice is so nice. I really like her voice.
I'd be happy to explain why the occupant of the suit couldn't possibly be the killer. If you look back on how the body was transported, it will become immediately obvious.
You can't do anything in the suit. If I look at how the body was moved, it's clear why the person in the suit couldn't have done. And does that mean blah, blah, blah. What does he mean by that? What, are we half amount of people left or something? Okay, robot justice costume.
As we know, Tucker was killed in the equipment room.
Yes.
And from there, the body was moved to the repository, correct?
Yes.
The culprit wrapped the body in the tarp,
Yes.
then loaded it onto the dolly and wheeled it off, right?
Now, keep in mind that the dolly doesn't have a handle.
Yes.
But even without a handle, all you have to do is bend over.
Okay, that's the thing I'm shooting.
Then you can push the dolly, no problem. So the killer just crouched down and carted the body off to the repository.
If you accept everything we just said, then you must realize that whoever was in the suit couldn't possibly be the culprit.
Yeah.
Sorry, I don't think I realized anything.
Shh, honey, just don't speak. You're gonna dig yourself into a hole somehow. The dolly doesn't have any handles, so pushing, yeah. You have to bend over. But would someone wearing the suit be able to actually stoop down like that? No.
As we know, Tucker was
I
killed in the equipment
don't remember how to fast forward, so we're just gonna sit here.
The body was moved to the repository, correct?
Yeah, the culprit wrapped the body in the tarp, then loaded it onto the dolly and wheeled it off, right?
Now, keep in mind that the dolly doesn't have a handle.
Well, yeah, but even without a handle, all you have to do is bend.
No, it's wrong.
No, he's wrong.
You're absolutely right that you could push a dolly without a handle if you stoop down low.
Stoop down low.
If you were wearing that suit, do you think you could actually get into a position like that?
What do you mean?
Think back to what you said when we were all checking out the suit together. Remember?
I'm blind as a bat in here. I can't see my feet at all. I'm surprised they can get anywhere in this thing. I'm telling you, it wasn't me. And not to mention, I totally can't bend over at the waist. It seems like a pretty obvious oversight.
When you're in
Flashback voice.
not only can you not see your feet, but you can't even bend at the waist. Am I right about that?
Now that you mention it, yeah.
I like how her shorts have Monokuma's eye symbol on it. That's a little sus, a little weird. Where'd you get those shorts? Hina? No, I don't know. It's just, I really like the imagery being put on other things. It's a good design.
What's to stop you from simply pushing the dolly with your feet?
Because you just said you can't see your feet.
When you can't even see your feet, you really think someone could kick the dolly all that way?
Yeah?
Yeah, it'd be totally impossible. Not that I can say for sure myself.
That seemed a little suspicious.
Wearing such a rigid, cumbersome suit,
Yeah.
it's very unlikely you would have the dexterity to go about wrapping the body in a tarp.
Gotta admit, that's true.
Well, I mean, isn't that just a matter of taking off the suit when you're ready to move the body?
There's absolutely no chance that the costume is taken off just to move the body because Hero's weak. Once it's on, you can't. Not never. You can take it. Yeah, you can't take it off by yourself. That's it.
I don't think taking off the suit was an option. If you remember,
Everything else is so clean, and then the RJ just looks like really wobbly on it. Like everything else though, like imagine building this like costume. Like that's impeccable work. Impeccable. Impeccable. and then just like painted RJ just like crudely on it. I don't know what's up with this thing, but I can't actually get it off. A little help? Why would you make something that you can't take off by yourself? I didn't make the stupid freaking thing. There's a clasp on the back that's keeping you from getting it off. It looks pretty sturdy. I don't think you can get it off on your own. Yeah. You don't really have a choice. Let's help him. Or we don't have a choice. Good morning.
It seems impossible to put the suit on or take it off without help.
Then, you really can't take it off by yourself? Hero wasn't just making it up?
Of course I wasn't making it up.
If he could have gotten it off by himself, I don't think he would have let us see him wearing it.
That's a good point.
Showing up in the suit was basically an invitation for everyone to suspect him.
Where was he? Just laying by the pool?
Yeah, that's right.
So, it's really, really true that Robo Justice couldn't have moved the dollar?
To be clear, whoever did move the body, it couldn't have been Hero in the robot suit, correct?
No, wait. Just a second, if you please. Have you forgotten about the picture that I took? You all got a good look at it, did you not? The image of Hifumi being dragged away by Robo Justice? If whoever was in that suit is not the culprit, how do you explain that?
I wonder who voices Celeste. I want to look her up.
Besides, do you remember what the now deceased Hifumi said?
I'm like, that's Baka. I thought this was going to be a flashback to his dying words, but okay. How did you get hurt? This guy hit me. What guy? Robo Justice. That's what I decided to call him just now.
So long as those facts exist, the proper conclusion is beyond question. The individual inside the suit and the culprit are one and the same. It was Hero, without a doubt.
Yeah, you're throwing a little too much shade, Celeste.
Oh, that's gotta be right.
Hold on a second.
Oh, he's crying.
It's still far too early to reach that conclusion. Besides, there's no hurry to decide who did it.
I don't know, is there a time limit? I mean, I have a time limit on the top corner, usually.
Before we rush to a verdict, shouldn't we explore every single possibility?
I don't know if I love her skirt with her outfit. I feel like pants would have been a better fit of her outfit. I'm just bashing her fashion sense.
Instead of seizing on one viewpoint, the truth is uncovered by analyzing things from every angle.
Perhaps, but where do we go from here?
Let's review this series of unfortunate events from the beginning.
Series of fortunate events.
Maybe we'll uncover something new.
I don't know what that means. I don't know what that means. I'm gonna be real.
What a pain in the ass!
I don't disagree, but our lives are on the line. If this is what it takes, we have to do it.
God, I would kill for you, Sakura.
Plus, maybe we'll get to find out where the heck Kyoko was when everything went down.
It's true. Does that ever get explained? I assume. Does that ever get explained? That she was gone with the investigation of last one, and she was gone doing stuff and the investigation of this one. Like, where was she? With this one, I want to be like, oh, well, maybe she was taking care of the AI program Alter Ego, but with the last one, we didn't have Alter Ego. So, it doesn't really make sense. Where's she going?
Alright then, let's take another look back at what happened. I suppose we could start with this morning.
Yeah, Kyoko. She just disappeared. I think previously, but also in this one, she just like... And then we're like, hey, would you tell me what you were doing? And she's like, no. And so, what was she doing? I suppose we get started with this morning.
4 of us gathered together in the dining hall. Makoto, Hina, Kyoko, and myself. look for everyone.
Okay, cool. I assume it explains later. I assume. I didn't know you can at people. I don't know enough about Twitch, I'm going to be real. That's my bad.
That was around 8 a.m.
I love that everyone is like, I know exactly what time it was, because I wouldn't. When'd you get up?
Split up. Kyoko went missing.
Soon after that, Hina found Celeste in the rec room and quickly came to get Makoto and me.
Yeah.
It seems I was unconscious for about an hour after I was attacked by my mystery assailant.
Everyone has head damage, brain damage.
I know it was an hour because I remember being attacked a little after 7.
That was when we saw Celeste's picture and discovered that her assailant had been wearing a strange costume. As it turns out, it was Robo-Justice. It also soon became clear that this same Robo-Justice had abducted Hifumi. We were soon joined in our search by Byakuya and Toko. And then went on to find Hifumi in the library. He was injured, so we took him to the nurse's office and resumed our search for the suspect. But not long after leaving the nurse's office...
I gotta thank Sakura for helping me out here, because I do not remember anything that happened. See, you were so much more dedicated. Like, when at the beginning of your streams, you're like, here's who, like, my thoughts here, and I'm just like, I play video games, boop, boop, boop. Like, you have actual, like, thoughts. For me, it was... Celeste just acted odd, so that's why I'm pointing all my fingers at her. No thought, just vibes. So I bet you it's just gonna be like, in hindsight, I'll be like, oh yeah, no, that makes way more sense. But right now, it's just like, I don't know. But you put so much effort into like making like, oh, I grayed out these people and I did this. I didn't watch past a certain point because obviously I haven't played it, but and it's so great seeing how dedicated you are to it, and I'm just like, people will catch up. What's wrong? I saw a shadow, something moving around on the top of the stairs. Yeah, and only Celeste saw.
We decided to split up and search the second floor.
Only Celeste saw the Robo-Justice. Well, I guess besides Fumi. Yeah, definitely in further ones, I'll just be like, let's just see what happens.
And soon after that,
I saw someone moving around on the 3rd floor, and I yelled out to everyone as soon as I did.
Celeste, what's wrong? It was rather intense scream for someone like you. See, I mean, even her scream, but begging and the scream, I remember those two things were like out of character. Like, somebody said they were out of character, but she really is like adapt to survive. So I saw him, a strange costume man. So it's not so weird for me. But I don't know if that's even a thing. He ran off as soon as I screamed. I was blocking the stairs and he headed further down into the hallway and disappeared.
and then,
Nah. Huh? What was that? It came from downstairs. It must have been Hifumi. He's in the nurse's office. Oh, that's me. That's bad. Come on, we gotta go back.
at that point we decided to divide up into 2 groups.
Yeah, with the one thing that my sister really pointed out after I played it, especially, she pointed out that Celeste said, Hifumi, take care of yourself or something, like, Hifumi, stay safe, and it's like, that's weird, so they're definitely, I blame them too, those 2 guys, blame them.
Celeste, Hina, and I went back to the nurse's office, while Sakura, Byakuya, and Toko chased after the suspect. When we got
Bonk.
back to the nurse's office, we found Hifumi, dead. And that's when we heard the body discovery announcement. I left Celeste and Hina there and headed back to the third floor to let the others know what had happened.
Meanwhile, we had just discovered Taka's body in the equipment room. We must have found both bodies at almost exactly the same time.
But only one. What did it bing bong? Ding dong? Ding dong bing bong? What's the sound effect? Anyways, so that's a little sus since Hifumi definitely walked away.
Because we heard the same announcement not long after we discovered his body.
And that's when I told you guys about Hifumi. Then the three of us headed for the nurse's office. But right after we left the physics lab, we ran into Celeste, who'd arrived after us. And she told us something very surprising.
Hifumi's body has disappeared.
We rushed back to the nurse's office and saw that she was right.
Then we remembered we'd left Toko passed out in the equipment room, so we hurried back.
Yeah, but you also left... Celeste left Hina alone. She could have died. This can't be happening. Are we hallucinating all of this or something? Flashback voices are different. I don't want to put effort.
Also gone missing.
Oh, poor Taka. He was going through it.
Next thing we knew, we were searching the school for 2 missing dead bodies. And after some time,
Celeste informed us that she'd found the bodies, and we all headed to the repository,
See Celeste again.
which is where we rediscovered the corpses.
I think that about covers it.
I see. The whole thing sounds exceptionally complicated. It certainly seems to me that these are not a simple series of connected events.
I think... I want to know what you were doing, Kyoko.
If that's true, then what?
Rather than a single series of events, I think we have to consider each murder a separate situation.
A separate situation? I think it... okay. Okay, that's...
And from
Okay.
there, we can uncover the contradictions surrounding all of them.
Okay, let's see where you're going with this, because I don't understand.
Now then, let's get started, beginning with what happened to Taka.
The contradictions hiding in what happened to Taka. In order to uncover the truth about this case, I have to find them no matter what. Okay, let's figure out. Okay, well, Monokuma file number 3. It was a very undetailed one. Oh, that wasn't right. Okay, sorry, I want to see what's in here. The victims were Hifumi and Taka. The cause of death for each of them was a fatal blow to the head. It was thought that they were both killed with similar weapons. Oh, that's it? Okay. So regarding Taka's death, it never said.
We already know what order they were killed in. Taka came last.
what makes you say that?
Because of the numbers
Junko's.
of justice hammers.
It's true that Hifumi was
I like
killed with
Junko.
Justice Hammer 3.
I feel bad that she died.
Taka's death came from a swing of Justice Hammer 4.
See? So it's obvious Taka came after.
The Justice Hammers were numbered, but were they really used in that order? How do I contradict that?
Regarding Taka's death,
Okay.
I wonder if he died before Hifumi.
Okay.
Or perhaps it was after?
We already know what order they were killed in.
I feel like this is what I'm contradicting.
What makes you say that?
Because of the numbering of the justice hammers.
How do I absorb? Oh, not that button.
Killed with Justice Hammer 3, while Taka's
Okay, I think it's the space button.
swing of Justice Hammer 4.
See? So it's obvious
Okay,
Taka
okay, well I know how to fast forward. Okay, so I feel like I take the numbers.
I wonder if what perhaps it was. We already know what order they were killed him.
Okay.
Taka came last.
What makes you say that?
Because of the numbering of the judges.
Oh, no, no. How do I...
It's true
I-
that Hifumi was killed with Justice
Oh.
Hammer 3. While
Okay, I think it was the left.
from a
No. Oh, maybe it was the right.
Taka came after.
We'll figure it out. We'll figure it out. 1 second, sorry.
So,
yeah. Shh.
I wonder if or perhaps it was- we already know what order the
Oh,
Taka
no.
came last.
Okay.
What makes you say that?
Because of the numbering of the judges.
No, sorry. Oh, okay, it is. Sorry. I figured that.
It's true that Hifumi was killed with Justice Hammer 3.
Alright, let's...
See? So it's obvious Taka came after.
Yeah. I have no idea. I'm assuming this is...
Regarding Taka's, I wonder if we gagged or perhaps it was after. We already know what order they were.
Okay, I'm correct. Alright. Yeah. I know this is a conversation between you guys, but... Sakura, Taka, and Mondo are top tier. And I love Leon, but he just left so quickly. But also Mondo did kill Chihiro, which I also love. I go, so, lady, I sounded like I'm being mean to you, lady. I personally use Chihiro with he/him pronouns, so if that's not what you agree with, I'm sorry. Like, I've seen people literally have Chihiro in binders, like wearing a binder, so like, it's whatever you want, but for me, I just use he/him pronouns, just to let you know. Anyways, I say yeah. I think I relate to Chihiro a lot, and I love him. I do, I really do. But Mondo I love, but he did kill Chihiro. Taka, he's so sweet. Okay, hold on, there's no reason to assume that the hammers were used in the same order as their numbers.
If anything, that's just another way the killer tried to disguise their actions.
So you're saying the culprit wanted us to think the hammers were used in order, but in reality, Taka was killed before Hifumi?
Because of the
Okay
notes?
then, let's see the proof.
I think it might be the notes. Evidence that proved Taka was killed before Hifumi. There's something that relates to what time he must have died. Oh, his wristwatch. Okay, so yeah. Cool. Oh. Is it an eye? Okay, is it a wristwatch? Wrist. Okay, that W was underneath. My enemy. Spelling. There we go. So yeah, personally for me, I love, I use Chihiro with he/him, and in a weird way, even though I know he was assigned male at birth, in a weird, like, trans-related way, I always really connected with, like, I really connect with that kind of story. Which I know is dumb, because, again, he was assigned male at birth, but, I, and my little trans heart, also very much, connect with him. Like, I know, a friend of mine who's trans with, like, a woman, she really liked, Mulan, despite it kind of, again, being assigned female. It just, weird, gender things are weird. You connect with certain things more than others, but I know some people go by just exclusively they, them, some exclusively she, her, but for me, Chihiro, I go just by he, him. I think the discovery of his gender is a little, like, because he has a penis equals man, but everything else, like, the story itself makes me lead that Chihiro would identify as a guy if we had modern day woke words in this video game. How do you like Baka? No offense, my dude. KF, how do you like Baka? I don't like him. I'm shaming you for it, but I told you, you like Celeste. FTEs. Can someone tell me what an FTE is? Because I don't know what that means. Oh, okay. Oh, free time events. Oh, you hung out with him. Oh, I only hung out with him once, like twice maybe. Yeah, I want to do a thing where I go back and I play all the, hang out with each person. I'll start with, my plan is to start with Sayaka and then move on. Sayaka, Leon, Junko. I can't believe I skipped hanging out with Junko because I really love her design, like her face, her smile. I love her smile. Junko, I can't believe I didn't hang out with her. I knew she was gonna die and I still forgot to hang out with her. And then just keep going down the line. That's what I want to do. That's my plan. See, that's what I want to do. I want to hang out with everyone. Oh. Okay, see, that's what I want to do. That's my plan. I got it, Taka's wristwatch.
Look, it broke with the hands pointing just past 6 o'clock.
It must have
Wristwatch we never noticed.
because as of last night,
Ooh. I already love Sakura so much, I'm really intrigued now. I want to hang out with Taka more. We'll play some video games. I don't know what else. I know he doesn't usually do that, but he liked playing video games. So I like the idea of knowing media to play video games. Oh yeah, also when I saw art, I saw so many people headcanon or like fan canon, like deciding to do artwork of Mondo as trans, and I absolutely lived for it. I love that. But I haven't done a lot of looking into it because obviously no spoilers. But I saw a few things that I really loved, and I'm like, no, wait, I can't look spoilers. So I also can't wait until I can dig into the fandom more. But I also heard that maybe can't even do that because there's 2 more games, and they might be tied into things, so you can't really read things apparently. And I'm like, ah. So, anyways, I want to play them all. Hey, you! How long were you going to keep us waiting? Taka's irritated voice pierced the air as he stared pointingly at his wristwatch. It's almost 10 o'clock, and you know that. Bedtime for all the little girls and boys.
so if it wasn't broken after 6 last night, then he must have been attacked around 6 this morning.
Broken watch is correct twice a day? When I first looked up this game, because again I watched a little bit before I played it, there was an artwork of Hina standing in front of Sakura and saying like she asked for no pickles or something like that. But Hina being like the socially strong one versus Sakura, who is clearly like buff, and it was so cute. And that's why I'm like, you know what, Hina's correct in my book. She's a-okay. Love that. So I love the Taka and Mondo art of just that, like, I love it. I love all of that. Yes. So I want to look up all of that.
And that would be his official time of death.
But if that's true, then he was killed well before Hifumi.
And before Celeste was attacked this morning, which happened around 7.
Yeah, my sister, she's like, no spoilers, but, because she's really into it as well, and she's like, no spoilers, but if you get an item with, like, bunny headphones, give it to Sakura. And I was like, oh, okay, because apparently Sakura likes bunny headphones, or, earmuffs, and, I'm just like, oh, okay. So she is really soft, and I love her so much. Before Celeste was attacked, this morning, which happened at 7.
Right. Taka was killed before any of the other incidents took place.
That simple fact slipped past all of us. We made the wrong assumption about the order of events, all because of those justice hammers.
That's exactly why the culprit wrote the numbers on each hammer and had them increase in size. That way, when we saw how they were used in each incident, we'd easily make that wrong assumption.
Now, if Taco was killed around 6, then everyone's alibis for his murder go out the window. Because when he was killed, we hadn't met up in the dining hall yet.
That may be true in the case of Taka's murder. But all of our alibis still hold true
Alibis.
to Fumi's death.
That's right. With him, at least, we're all safe.
Nah, we already did this flashback. Huh? What was that? That came from downstairs. It must have been Hifumi. He's in the nurse's office. This is bad. Come on, we have to go back.
When we heard Hifumi screaming, we were all together. Except for Hiro and Kyoko. Then we all ran down to the nurse's office. And that's where we
Could I produce a scream that sounded sincere? I don't know.
That's totally true. We're all in the clear.
I love the long skirts that didn't say Jill and Toko wear. I really like those like long skirts, pleated skirts like that.
Recorded him screaming on a tape or something, then played it later on.
And that's not the dumbest thing, despite it's supposed to be, because, I mean, we don't have a recording thing.
That's true. Where's the tape?
I don't know. We burned it. I don't know. We never figured out what happened to Chihiro's jacket and stuff.
Just go making stuff up.
I think that's most of what we do.
Anyway, we all have rock solid alibis for when we heard Hifumi scream. Since all of us were there together, clearly none of us could have killed him.
And it does not stop there. There was also the moment when we discovered his body had disappeared.
Do you think if Celeste was like a real, like if this was a real person, do you think, like she clearly either has to like have incredibly long hair that she does every single morning, or that's a headpiece, but either way, she must put a lot of hours into her look every day, which I can respect. I don't look it. Somebody once said that I don't look very alternative when I stream, and it made me sad because I was like, oh, I guess not. Which is funny because I'm like, I guess, because I'm not dressed up, like going out. I'm not in my outside clothes. I'm wearing a shirt that is years old, and I'm going to be real, it has a hole in the armpit, but we're not going to talk about that. But, so like, I wonder if she just like one day just takes up all her makeup, because I can only assume she's like wearing makeup, and takes off her headpiece and just like, you guys thought that was what I looked like? Because she was the only one that said that she needed the water too. I have a goth sister, by the way. I'm not making fun of goths. Love and respect them.
Tina and I were in the bathroom together, while everyone else was in the equipment room, correct? And then there's the disappearance of Taka's body from the equipment room. At that time, we were all gathered together in the nurse's office because of Hifumi going missing.
Yeah, usually I have dyed hair too. I'm more punk when my sister's more goth. And when we go to Target, people really be like, that's cool, but I'm like, listen, I love, like, if you can't feel good in what you're wearing, you know what I'm saying? Like, you need to just feel good. But her hair is impressive. So, I just thought about it, where I'm just like, it's a look, you know? She got an aesthetic, and she goes for it.
Oh, don't forget, I was passed out in the equipment room the whole time.
Wait, then what if Genocide Jill did it? She could have dragged Taka's body out of there right then.
True.
Even if she could pull that off, there's no way she could have done the same with Hifumi's body.
Okay, yeah, because he's so big.
As we just established, she was passed out in the
Oh, okay.
when his body disappeared.
I just remember them talking about how big he was, and I'm like, as a plus-size dude, don't be harmful. Don't make me feel bad.
Besides, I didn't do either of them anyway.
Yeah, she has her scissors.
In other words, it is impossible that any of us could have either of their bodies. On the other hand, Hiro and Kyoko had disappeared.
Kyoko.
So they most certainly could have done those things.
So what now, Kyoko?
For now, we can't get fixated on who did it, or we'll just keep going around in circles.
Fair.
So instead of who, I propose we start talking about how. In particular, I think we need to figure out how Hifumi's body got moved.
That's true. We searched everywhere, but we couldn't figure out how to explain his body disappearing. And according to what Celeste said,
We could not have been gone more than a minute or two, though. And then the killer was able to move, get in and move Hifumi's body in a short amount of time. It would seem so.
his body apparently disappeared in the 1 minute her and Hina took their eyes off of it. But to carry that much weight from the first floor up to the third in that short amount of time?
I was scared they're gonna pin it on Sakura, but like she has an airtight alibi with like literally being with people. But I wonder if they're like, I kind of am surprised they didn't be like Sakura because she's so muscular. Because when they showed Hifumi getting dragged away, I thought, okay, she's tall, she's muscular, makes sense.
Oh man, yeah. There's no way. It'd be impossible.
Well, what if I told you there was a way to make the impossible possible?
Are the frames different heights?
What? How? If the dead body moved itself.
Oh man, the sound design in this game rocks. I love it. I'm so glad I'm back at it. I love it. Huh?
The dead body moved on its own?
No, not another. No.
Do you think he's supposed to be, what part of him being dumb is that he believes in ghosts?
I don't think it has anything to do with the occult. I think what she's implying is
Because some people like, oh, believing ghosts are so dumb. So I wonder if that was part of his being an idiot. Sona.
he was dead. Perhaps in reality he was still alive.
I mean, he was alive later on. Like, we literally know he spoke.
Alive?
I mean, I'm not saying that he walked away because he was alive later on. I'm saying that, like, we know even when we met up with him again, he was still
Are
alive.
you saying Hifumi wasn't carried out of the nurse's office, but simply walked out on his own?
Sakura's waist, though, is snatched.
I mean, we found his body. He was dead.
No, you talked to him.
He was simply playing dead.
That isn't possible.
Isn't it, Celeste? The idea that Hifumi was still alive. Is it really possible? Make your argument. Broken. That's not it. Okay, so I definitely have to absorb something.
Are you saying that when we first found Hifumi in the nurse's office, there's a chance he was actually still alive?
Okay, I feel like.
No, it is impossible.
Mm,
Hifumi was dead, without a doubt.
without a
You know
doubt.
that how? Surely you heard the body discovery announcement along with the rest of us. Hifumi's dead body had been found.
Okay, I feel like I shoot that.
Is why the announcement was made.
Are we really so sure about that? Maybe the announcement was intended to signal
Oh, sorry.
someone else's discovery.
I'm sure the body discovery announcement was only made once. But Hifumi and Taki's Takis. Takis. I guess you don't have to be or academically smart to get into the school. You just have to be the best at something. I'm like, it's such a stupid thing, but I'm just like, what would my ultimate be? I'm just like a dumbass. Were discovered at almost the exact same time.
Are you saying that when we first found Hifumi in the nurse's office, there's a chance he was actually still alive.
Do I hit that one?
Hikumi was dead, without a doubt. And you know that how? Surely you heard the body discovery.
I have no idea if I'm just gonna waste hearts.
Hikumi's dead body had been found.
Oh my god, I was right. I'm a genius. Oh man, I should be got into this school. I'm so good at this.
Was the body discovery
Ultimate gamer.
made really intended for Yukimi?
Of course it was. The announcement played right after we discovered his body.
Maybe. But that was also the same time that Taka's body was found.
That's right. It wasn't long after finding his body that we heard the announcement.
See, with that, if 3 people went to one and 3 people went to the other body, the announcement might not have rang if, like, one of them was a killer of these 3. If one of them was a killer, because if you show up only 2 people discover a body, the announcement won't ring. But you told me that that isn't a thing, which is so sad. At least not in this game. So if it happens in other games, I really want it to happen, because I really think it would be cool if you only get narrowed down to 3 suspects, because 3 people show up and then maybe your main character walks in, body discovery announcement. Now, one of these 3 people have to do have been the murderer, and that's such a good idea for me, and I'm so upset that that doesn't happen.
So there's a good chance we made a mistake in there somewhere. I think we've confused whether the announcement was for Hifumi or Taka.
First of all, if 2 bodies had been found, there really should have been 2 announcements.
But there was only 1 file.
Maybe Monokuma simply got lazy and rolled them together
Yeah.
into one.
Yeah, you said that last time with it not taking effect. It's sad. I want it to be. That's what I'm saying. I really want it to be part of a game. One of the games, at least.
What do you say, Monokuma? Any comment?
Okay, yeah, dude. No worries, dude. Thank you for coming though, like, and following. That was really nice.
Well, it's a very sensitive issue, so
It's
I
a
can't
very
go into too much detail.
sensitive issue. But you only gave us 1 file.
But what I can say about the body discovery announcement is that it's only broadcast when 3 or more people find a dead body for the first time.
That didn't answer our question, man. We're asking if you're a lazy bum.
No, actually, that was plenty. He said it's only broadcast when a body is discovered for the first time, which means even if we find the same body again later, he won't make the announcement again. If that's true, then why was the announcement made again later on?
Huh? Later on?
Exactly. We heard the body discovery announcement twice.
The second body discovery announcement. The first time it played was when we found each body in the nurse's office in the equipment room. And the second time was when both just after Hifumi came back to life. Well, that wouldn't make. It was when we rediscovered them. Okay, yeah, I was like,
We heard it a second time in the
because I made a joke.
when we rediscovered the
Yeah, I made a joke about not checking his pulse. Ding dong. Ding dong. A body has been discovered. After a certain amount of time, which you may use however you like, the class trial will begin.
It didn't seem weird at the time, but it contradicts what Monokuma just told us, doesn't it?
Exactly. If we were actually rediscovering both bodies, the announcement shouldn't have played.
And in reality, when the 2 dead bodies were rediscovered, one of them was actually being discovered for the first time.
Yes.
So when we found Hifumi the first time in the nurse's office, he wasn't actually dead yet.
He wasn't dead the second time either. He spoke.
He wasn't actually found dead until we came upon him in the repository.
And that's just part of it. There's one other thing that leads me to believe he was still alive in the nurse's office.
Oh, I know! Because he was super good at playing dead! Bada bing, bada boom!
Oh, okay, yeah.
That is the worst logic I have ever heard. But honestly, I do not think there's anything that can prove he was still alive.
Okay then, let's take another look at the events surrounding the discovery of his body. Then it should become clear whether he was really alive or not.
This whole thing is pointless.
There has to be proof that shows Hifumi was still alive, and I have to find it and show it to everyone. Was it the glasses? Okay, it was the glasses. Man, I'm so good at this. The game. Here you go. Here's the information. I'm so good.
The first time we found Hifumi's body was in the nurse's office. And then, while me and Celeste were in the bathroom, his body disappeared.
Uh-huh.
Next time we saw his body, it was in the repository.
But when you compare his body before being moved and his body after being moved,
Mm-hmm.
other than the change in how it was positioned,
I feel like this is it. Oh, nope. You mean his words tire me? Please stop wasting my time. Let me rethink about it. Okay, dang. Well, I thought besides it being... Oh, she's a good singer. Ooh. Yeah, I love looking up voice actors. I would love to be able to voice act. Like, that's such a talent, such an amazing talent.
so here's one thing we do know.
Okay.
The first time we found it and then, his body disappeared.
And the next time we saw his body, it was in the repository.
But when you compare his body before being moved and his body after being moved,
I thought this was it, because
other
it's...
than the change in how it was positioned,
Because this is also a change.
there's no
Oh.
difference.
There it is. Yeah, I watch a voice actor play games.
There was one clear difference between Hifumi in the nurse's office and the repository.
Like, voice actors, like, when I watch them play games and they, like, voice act through this, I'm just like, oh, they're so good. Because, like, that's amazing. I love it. I started, I think... One of the first voice actors I got into was... God, I forgot what his name was. But he voiced, Seto Kaiba in Yu-Gi-Oh! The English one. And then I got really into voice actors like, Dante Bosco, who played Zuko. And it stumbled. I love voice actor stuff. I love it. I got I got an autograph from the voice actor who voiced the original Ash Ketchum, and oh, I mean, frickin' Tara Strong, like, she voiced everything under the moon. Oh man, voice actors like have like 500 different voices plus. It's amazing. I love that stuff. I mean, what's his name? Alex Herschel, that voiced like almost every character in Gravity Falls, like. And he's like a story guy. I don't even know if he was a voice actor in other things. Like, that's amazing. Like, that's just pure talent. Like, he has just pure talent. Like, I love it. I love it. Such good, like, when I hear voice actors and they sounding totally different, it's amazing. Like, when they can just shift on a voice, it's mind-blowing. His glasses.
That fact alone proves that he was only playing dead in the beginning.
Perhaps you'd like to fill the rest of us in?
When we found Hifumi in the nurse's office, his glasses were covered with blood.
Kind of convenient his glasses didn't get covered in blood.
Then later in the repository, they were spotless.
Can't even get my glasses spotless now, and I don't even have blood on it.
Used to wipe them clean in the nurse's office trash can.
The evidence I found in the trash can in the nurse's office was a glasses cleaning cloth.
I got it! It was a glasses cleaning cloth featuring a certain cartoon mascot.
I think it's supposed to be anime. I mean, maybe it was cartoon.
One look at the bloodstain on the cloth should make things clear. This piece of cloth was used to wipe Hifumi's glasses clean. And the mascot on the cloth is the same one that's on the digital camera, right? And whose digital camera was it? Hifumi's, of course.
I mean, yeah, of course.
The character was Princess Piggles.
Piggles.
Some demon angel pretty pudgy princess or thing.
I would have called her Princess Pudgy, so
I highly doubt any
misremembered that.
would have brought something like this to school.
I see your point. And the only people here who wear glasses are...
I wouldn't be caught dead using a tacky piece of garbage like that.
A few inches is all I need to keep my glasses clean.
Then there's no question. It belonged to Hifumi.
I just used my shirt.
So what you're saying is... What exactly?
What I'm saying is, the blood on his glasses was wiped away using his own glasses cleaning cloth.
Even if that is true, it does not mean he wiped the blood off himself.
But who would benefit from a clean pair of glasses other than the glasses owner?
That's a good point.
Well, it must have been him, right?
So let's assume that Hifumi was still alive in the nurse's office.
I mean, I guess Ifumi could have been the one that planned all this, but it feels like since he made so many mistakes that he wouldn't have been able to map all this out.
He pretends to be dead. Then when he's alone, he wipes his glasses clean so he can see. Then he stands up and walks out on his own 2 feet.
I would have just booked it out of there. I would have been like, oh, dip, they went to the bathroom for 3 seconds. And just, I guess depending on how much you can't see. I was going to be like, just walk out of there without your glasses on, but some people can't see a lot, so never mind.
The impossible task of moving his copious corpse becomes possible, wouldn't you say?
But then, if he was just pretending to be dead, what was with all that blood? Was it paint or something?
The fridge in the nurse's office contains packs of blood for emergencies. He probably used one of those.
That'd be weird. I mean, no one knows how to do a blood transfusion.
If he was gonna play dead, he should go all out. So he just dumped it everywhere. But he got crazy with it and had to wipe his glasses off when he was done. Oh, what an idiot.
And if Hifumi was still alive at that point,
Fair.
the disappearance of his body is easily explained. It should be perfectly obvious who must have moved Taka's corpse.
The one who moved Taka's body was also Taka himself. He also was playing dead. Just imagine they're just like both alive.
It could only have been Hifumi. While we were all gathered in the nurse's office, he went to the equipment room and took Taka's body. That also explains how the door to the repository got locked.
The door was locked?
Keep up.
After the bodies disappeared, we all went looking for them, right? So me and Sakura headed for the repository. But when we got there, the door was locked.
And the repository door can only be locked from the inside.
It's not suspicious that then Celeste could just walk up and open it?
Which means when Hina and Sakura got to the repository, someone was already inside.
And it could only have been Hifumi, who just finished stashing Taka's body there.
He convinced us all he was dead, and when he saw his chance, he dragged Taka's body to the repository. So, Hifumi wasn't just another victim in this case. He was one of the assailants.
But that means he took part in the murders.
I just can't believe it.
If you're having trouble, would you like me to show you one more piece of evidence?
Sure.
More? Oh, absolutely. The single biggest fact pointing to his involvement has yet to be revealed.
Interesting. I wonder what that
You know
is.
what I'm talking about, right, Makoto?
Oh.
The item he took off of Taka's leg.
Oh, Oh, the note. The thing that Hifumi stole from Taka could only be... the note Hifumi had. How's it going to be late? Wait, the other note one didn't make sense. This one. The bad handwriting.
I got it! You're talking about the note Hifumi had hidden away, aren't you?
In his pants.
Hidden notes?
That's right. We found it stuffed in his pants.
What? In his pants?
Yes, his pants.
Okay, well, forget about the pants for now. Take a look at what the note says.
I found a hole maybe we can use to escape. Monokuma can't find out, so don't tell anyone else for now. Let's meet in the equipment room at 6 a.m.
That's the note I was telling you about. The one that told me where to go. Huh? Wait, this one's a little different. In my note it said, Monokuma can't find out, so don't tell anyone else for now. Let's meet in the rec room at 1 a.m.
And we found them at 8. Maybe we did investigating. So he was out for like 7 hours? 7.5. No, wait. Yeah, 7.5 hours. He was just passed out. Like, it's not the longest, but again, people are going to get damaged.
See, then this note uses the same one Hero got.
This is not the same?
You just said it's not the same.
In other words, Hero got in touch with another
Idiot.
person besides Hero. And that person could only have been...
Hifumi's pants.
I got it! That's right!
I love the very dramatic hand to the side, just like, "Ah, I got it."
The killer used this note to dry out Taka and murder him.
Whose handwriting is this? Is this Celeste's handwriting? Because I definitely headcanon Celeste's handwriting's bad.
Hello, over here! Attention! Attention!
Okay, fine, what?
I don't really understand what's going on, but Hifumi had that letter, right?
I love her glasses. So cute.
It wasn't drawing out of TikTok, they were drawing out Happy!
TikTok, the app.
Just to be clear, TikTok is Taka and Happy is Hifumi, right? Oh, yes! Why must you ruin it every time?
My sibling apparently was writing my name, Basil, down, and she very nicely, and by that I mean not so nicely, she laughed at me, said, "Did you know your name is one letter off from basic?" And I'm like, "What?" She goes, "Yeah, your name, it's one letter off from basic." I was said, because I have a appointment, blah blah. So, it's like, yeah, so it says, like appointment for, basic appointment at blank. And I was just like, this is why I ran through my name before I before I changed it. I said, guys, is there anything wrong with the name Basil? And they said no, but apparently it's one letter off from basic. Which isn't the worst thing. But it was just funny that I'm like, guys, run through names. Man, Genocide Jack is seriously scary, but still, I can't let her get to me. Okay. What are we arguing? Oh, the notes.
And the person it was intended for...
How do I change?
Happy!
But remember what the note said. What time did it say to me?
Oh.
6 a.m.
Oh, wait. Yes, it does. It does matter.
The note has nothing to do with TikTok!
I figured out. I'm a genius. Was the Brooker watch?
No, there absolutely is a connection.
I like the moon wall decor.
What the hell are you talking about?
The note said to meet at 6 a.m., which is the same time Taka was murdered.
Yeah, whenever she holds her scissors up, I always just want it just to like cut her braid, just like. But maybe that's just me. I used to have really long hair, like down to like the bottom of my back, and I always just had the idea, like, just a different, just my brain wanted to just cut it, and then I did, but like how would it, just chopping it, you know, or cutting it, just like putting it in a braid and just, whoop. I mean, it would look terrible, but like some reason my brain just has like a cut the hair.
You've already proven that using his wristwatch. But there's more. Look where the note says to meet. The equipment room, right?
Which is where Taka was killed. I see.
Yeah, if it was for Hifumi, it would have been the library, which is where we found him.
From the time and place written in the note.
Yes.
I think that should be claimed to show that this note was definitely meant for Taka.
And the piece of paper in his hand, like there's still a scrap, right? That's what I thought we were going to argue.
Someone used that note to trick Taka, just the same as me. Culprit really is a cold-blooded monster. Telling people they found a way out.
Yeah.
I gave the note to Taka. What was Hifumi doing with it?
Down his pants, no less.
Yeah, we're over that.
Hifumi stole it off Taka's corpse after he died.
Right. Rick and Mortis.
Where's your proof? Go ahead. Show up.
Oh, Braca, shut up. The proof that Hifumi stole the note from Taka is the scrap of paper. I got it.
I saw that his lifeless hand was gripping a small scrap of paper. If I'm right about this, the sheet of paper this piece came from is... I knew it! It fits perfectly with the note we found hidden on Hifumi.
Yeah, I don't know if I mentioned it last time, but the whole like little bit of a piece of paper in the hands just reminded me of my favorite, or it wouldn't be my favorite, one of the best episodes of Psych, the TV show Psych, and it's so funny, and I can't remember, oh man, I can't remember what it was called, but Gus wrote a note and took it out of his dead boss's hands and then just destroyed the crime scene, and it was such a good opening to that episode. It was so good. It was so good. That episode was fun. The beginning of it was the funniest part for sure.
Then Taka's scrap and Hifumi's note.
It's just the same plot. Like there was a piece of paper left, you know.
Yup, they're from the same piece of paper.
Hifumi had the note meant for Taka, while Taka's corpse still grasped a small piece of that note. There is only one way to explain it.
Taka died clutching the note. Hifumi tried to free the note from his death grip.
I mean, if he grabbed it right away, the hands are still pliable.
Leaving behind only one small scrap. Did I get all that right?
I love when she just opens her one eye. That's great.
That means Hifumi knew the note was important.
Exactly. Which proves that he was an accomplice in the murder.
Oh, we're still proving that. Okay, got it.
After seeing all this, Hifumi was super involved in this whole thing for sure. In fact, he was behind the whole thing. In fact, he's still alive.
Hero, honey, sweetheart. No, he dead. We heard the body announcement, discovery announcements.
In the repository, Hifumi was truly and completely dead. The second body discovery announcement proves that.
So then, who killed Hifumi?
Whoever did is the mastermind, the true killer.
He was killed in the repository. So he must have been killed not long after transporting Taka's body.
So, he must have been killed after Taka's body vanished, but before we found both bodies in the repository.
Yes. Yes. Makes sense.
And we're searching for Taka's missing body. In other words, during that time, none of us have alibis.
Yes, but freaking Hina and Sakura would have seen the who walked in.
But me and Sakura were together.
Sakura. 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 Sakura.
You steal a spotlight, you stupid walrus.
Walrus?
Why do you call it a walrus?
Anyway, when they were killed bothers me too. There's something that's been bothering me even more.
Okay, honey, what is it?
And what might that be?
The weapon they used to kill Hifumi.
Mm-hmm.
Weapon?
That's a fair point.
Because, I mean, according to the Monokuma file, the way Taka and Hifumi were killed was almost the same, with them having similar fractures and all. But Justice Hammer 3 and 4 were still laying around in the nurse's office and equipment room, right? So if Hifumi was killed in the repository,
There was a hammer.
Cooper would have had to grab one of the hammers, kill Hifumi, and put the hammer back where they found it. But wouldn't that be seriously risky for him?
Not if they locked the door.
I'm surprised. It seems there's some semblance of a brain knocking around that skull of yours after all.
Hell yeah, it's packed in there good and tight.
I don't understand it either. The Monokuma file makes it clear that they were killed using similar instruments. But if the hammers were already laying around those other rooms...
So the question is, how could the culprit have gotten their hands on either of the hammers? Personally, I haven't a clue.
Mm-hmm.
So which hammer was used to attack Celeste? Number 1 or number 2?
What?
Those were accounted for in other rooms too. And I don't think either one is big enough to kill someone.
You can do a lot of damage with a small hammer.
Is it not
Awesome.
possible they used a different weapon?
I don't think it is possible. They were both killed with the same kind of thing, right?
So then, what was used to kill Hifumi?
The weapon that was actually used to kill Hifumi. The whole picture surrounding this case wouldn't become clear until I figured that out. Somehow, I have to find the truth. Spotless hammer.
What was used to kill Hifumi?
Spotless hammer.
Justice Hammer 3?
No.
Maybe Justice Hammer 4?
No.
Well, whatever it was, there's one thing we have to figure out. How was the culprit able to move around so freely with the weapon? How did nobody witness them carrying it?
Okay, that's not it.
Sounds like a Justice Hammer 5 is about to make it!
That's not.
Check out murdergear.com/hammertime for more info!
Is that a real website?
One thing seems pretty clear. The murder weapon had to be one of the Justice Hammers.
Is this it? Okay, I was like, it's at the end of the thing anyways, I was just gonna try it. And if it was not right, I was just gonna cycle through.
The murder weapon wasn't a justice hammer at all. No, it was something completely different.
But, seriously? Different weapon?
I thought it was the, whoever the lady said. Like, Justice Hammer 5 or whatever. Jen said Jill said, like, Justice Hammer 5, so I thought that was the one that I was gonna break.
Specifically, a hammer from the repository. The killer could have eased
Oops, sorry.
all the hammers in the repository were covered in flecks of grit and debris.
Grit and debris.
But for some reason, one of them had been scrubbed clean.
Scrub clean.
And the reason it had been scrubbed clean was most likely because it was used to commit murder. If the hammer got covered in Hifumi's blood, of course they'd have to clean it off. I'd also like to point out that the repository has all kinds of hammers. Big ones, small ones, and even some flat mallet-like ones.
I think most of those are flat mallet ones.
I think whoever made the Justice Hammers used those as a basis for their design.
I'm gonna paint something.
If that's true, that
I like making things.
Monokuma files note about the wounds being similar.
So Hifumi moved Taka's body to the repository, where someone then used a hammer to kill him.
Hifumi was working with. And the one who betrayed him.
I wonder what her symbol is on her jacket. I don't know.
Hold on a moment. I still think it's strange to assume someone was working together with him. The way the graduation rule works, there is no benefit to helping someone else carry out a murder.
I mean, unless you really liked someone.
So the idea that anyone would work together like that is simply ludicrous. We talked about this, did we not?
I mean, it could make sense if he knew he was gonna die. But why would he? He wasn't like Hiro's really desperate to get out. If Hifumi is really desperate to get out of the situation and die and like sacrifice himself, it could make sense. If Celeste is like, oh, but he, especially with Alter Ego, didn't seem like that would be kind of like in his mindset at all. But that would also explain why he didn't say the correct name of being Celeste. We talked about how there wouldn't be any reason for anyone to work together. At least that's what we thought at first, but... Okay, I don't know what this is gonna be. So let's figure it out. Make your argument. Spotless... That's not it. So I gotta absorb one.
Based on the rules that have been laid out for us, even if more than one person is complicit in the murder, only the one who actually carried out the act can graduate and survive. Assuming the rule holds true, it is simply impossible that two people work together on this.
That is how the rule was explained to us.
But that only really applies if there's one murder, right? In this case, however, there were two murders.
Okay. So I think I shoot the two murders at the impossible? I think that's the only option. Can we really say there's no chance two people work together on this?
Based on the rules that have been laid out for
I
us,
think that must be it.
more than one person is complicit in the murder, only the one who actually carried out the act can graduate and survive. Assuming the rule holds true.
Yeah. It's very short. Only two different things, so pretty obvious.
Since there were two murders, it's at least plausible that more than one person was involved.
True.
What do you mean?
If there's only been one murder, then yes, the idea of an accomplice isn't really worth considering. Naturally, if only one person can be saved per murder, an accomplice has no risk versus reward benefit.
Risk versus reward benefit?
It's basic words, dude.
The payoff for working together. The reward that balances out the risk of taking part in a scheme.
I would have said it the other way. I would have said reward first risk, but still.
There's no point in being someone's accomplice if there's no benefit to you. However, if there were some potential mutual reward for the risk, then cooperation becomes possible.
You're saying that two people could act as each other's accomplices to commit two separate murders.
Okay.
I think that's what the true killer told Hifumi. They would each have an accomplice.
Okay. Okay.
Based on the case's events, Hifumi would have been the first one to act, murdering.
Oh, okay. I don't know why. I just didn't think Hifumi would have. I don't know why. I thought maybe Celeste killed Taka and then killed Hifumi before. I'm like, okay, then Hifumi was planning to kill someone who walked into the repository but, like, didn't get to it. But that makes more sense.
They made him carry out the first murder so he couldn't back out of helping them later on.
Okay, see, that makes a lot more sense.
So in this case, there wasn't one single person committing multiple murders. Instead, each person killed someone, creating two separate incidents. And it only looked like one person because that's how the true killer designed it to look. A single suspicious individual, a similar weapon used in each crime, disappearing bodies. By creating one seamless set of circumstances, they made it look like one person was behind it all.
The mastermind picked their target and managed to convince him to go along with their plan. And then, to avoid the no accomplices rule, they simply killed their accomplice. Which, if true, means that betraying Hifumi was part of the plan from the very beginning.
Interesting.
That's just awful. How would anyone
Why wouldn't Celeste just kill a different person? I guess it'd be obvious Hifumi was in on it, because he would have to be at the trial. So playing dead and then coming back wouldn't work, I guess. I guess they knew that.
You think so? I can't help but admire its cunning. Still, their choice of accomplice seems odd.
I mean, most of the evidence is because of Hifumi. So, yeah. The effort made to convince us that two murders were the same, that was the main characteristic this time. Kyoko must have noticed the fact from the very beginning, which is why she said not to look at this as a series of connected events with two separate incidences. Okay, makes sense. Okay, yeah, okay, I see what she was saying. Kyoko really is amazing, although Makoto God. Makoto, do you like Kyoko? When you think about it, she's almost too amazing. Okay, never mind, we don't like her. Like, it's almost unnatural how good she is at this. Maybe she's an ultimate?
I understand how an accomplice could be involved, but then who was the one pulling the Kumi's strings?
That's problem numero uno right now.
I mean, who has him on a string this whole time? The true killer manipulated Hifumi to carry out the number of actions, and in the end murdered him. In the debates up till now, the way the case has unfolded... Sorry, I have to cough. When you consider all that, there really is only one person who seems to fit. Do I get to choose your face? What if I choose myself? No, don't do it. Save first, at least. But yeah. Like, each of the... Are these how tall the models were? Anyways, it was Celeste. Blame her.
Here's my answer.
I was correct. I win.
It was Celeste.
So I'm the suspicious individual now, am I? I really do hate this kind of joke.
A joke? I wonder.
So what you are saying, then, is that I specifically chose to work together with you.
I'm getting too old to sit in chairs all day.
The idea that I would choose to spend any amount of time interacting with him. That I would go with intention with that shit brain, that crazy, worthless, goddamn idiot!
Did she change her accent? Also, that's exactly why it was like, oh, well, you know, Fumi, take care. Seemed a little odd.
Just to be clear, there is evidence to support it.
I should have moved my face cam. Well, it's too late now. I'm not this far in.
It is. Throughout the investigation, there was certain behavior that was common only to the two of you.
They're the only ones that saw him.
Considering what we've learned so far, it only further proves that the two of you were working together.
Wait, what was the thing that only Fumi and Celeste had in common? Encountering this suspicious individual. I guess also screaming. Did anyone else scream? No, Hina did.
The suspicious individual in the suit, doesn't it?
In the suit.
The only ones who ever actually saw Robo Justice firsthand were Celeste and Hifumi.
Shush. The adults are talking now.
Rude.
Sorry. As he said, only Celeste and Hifumi ever laid eyes on a costumed individual. If we accept that Hifumi was one of the culprits, we can't help but suspect what Celeste has said as well.
Everything they told us was a lie?
Probably not everything. Might have been everything.
To the nurse's office, we all began our search for this individual, correct? And not too long after that, you remember what Celeste said?
I saw a shadow, something moving on the top of the stairs.
We headed to the second floor specifically because of what she claimed to have seen. Next, to draw us all to the physics lab up on the 3rd floor,
She let out a blood-curdling scream.
and when we'd all come to see what was wrong, what was it she said?
Celeste, what's wrong? That was a rather intense scream for someone like you. I saw him, the strange costume man. I ran off as soon as I screamed. I was blocking the stairs, so he headed further down the hallway and disappeared.
Once she'd done her job of getting us all up to the physics lab, it was time for her partner to get to work.
Huh? Okay, we've seen this. We gotta go downstairs. It was Hifumi in the nurse's office. We gotta run.
It was to get us to the body's two groups. So that we would discover both bodies at the same time?
I'd be scared one of them got faster. Like, we're on the 3rd floor. One just has to go down the hallway. One just has to go... like, has to run 2 flights of stairs. I mean...
In fact, Celeste was precisely the one who proposed that we split up.
Then why don't we split up into 2 groups? I lead the hunting party. You seem much more that seems so much more interesting. Very well then, Makoto, Hina, you come with me to the nurse's office. I will leave the culprit of the capture of the suspicious individual to Toko, Baka, and Sakura.
Well, if Celeste and Hifumi were working together, all those chance events suddenly become connected.
Oh, no rebuttal. Interesting.
And on top of that, that piercing cry of yours early on.
Are we... Ah, okay.
That was to signal Hifumi, wasn't it? It was your way of telling him, we're on the 3rd floor. Everything's going according to plan.
Okay...
Why else would you let out a scream that could have carried across the sea?
Okay, so that's when she was... That's when she went up to the... No, that's when we were on the 3rd floor. Okay. Okay, okay.
Another strange thing.
Got it.
When we found Hifumi in the nurse's office, who we now know was only pretending to be dead,
I certainly was not expecting this. I could not imagine that Hifumi would be murdered.
Celeste, you were the first one to say he'd been murdered.
I mean, yeah, but it's a lot of blood.
We wanted to make sure we wouldn't have any doubt in our minds.
I mean, yeah. But that makes sense. I don't think that's weird. I don't think that's weird.
I don't believe it. Everything. The whole thing was one big act.
Hina, you were with Celeste when Hifumi's body disappeared, right?
Yeah. I was feeling kind of sick, so Celeste took me to the bathroom. Wait. Then that was...
She wasn't worried about it. She just saw a chance to help Hifumi sneak out of the nurse's office.
I love his double zipper jacket.
Each piece
I had
is
one
by
like that.
itself, but start putting them together and the picture gets very ugly indeed. Wouldn't you agree, Celeste?
Yes, Celeste.
I have no idea what you mean.
Don't bother trying to deny it. You made one fatal mistake.
Yeah, it is a fatal mistake. I was gonna be like, people use fatal so much. I was gonna make a joke just about the word fatal. And it's like, no, well, it is. It is.
Do that.
It is fatal.
I didn't even catch it myself when you first said it, but
Oh.
looking back, I can say that that one little slip-up was your undoing.
What
What
are
are
you
you talking about?
I'm talking about what you said after Hifumi's body disappeared and we returned to the nurse's office.
Okay. They must really be enjoying this. Enjoying the sight of us standing around, frightened and confused. We're all going to die here. We're going to die just like those guys died.
I remember her saying that too, but I don't understand
Okay, don't
First to discover Taka's body in the equipment room.
don't be mean to her. I love her.
Makoto showed up and told us Ifumi had been killed, so Sakura and I left with Makoto. Once we were in the hall, we ran into Celeste, and the four of us headed to the nurse's office. Now, the entire time we were together, none of us said anything about Taka being dead. Think about it. Celeste's comment doesn't make sense. It was completely out of place.
Yeah, I see what
Okay, I see it.
although I don't really get what it means.
Okay.
You hear that, Celeste? Everyone's having some trouble understanding. Could you repeat what you said? If you're really not the culprit, you shouldn't have any problem repeating it, right?
I would be like, girl, I don't even know what I said 2 minutes ago, let alone hours ago. Barker said that Celeste's comment doesn't make sense, and that he's alluding to, but what is he alluding to? Those guys. I'm assuming it's the a double kill, not knowing there's been a double kill.
They must really be enjoying this.
But yeah, using the word they,
The sight of us standing around
for that, what really makes me think it's a woman killer, because
positively related. We are all going to die here. We are going to die, just like those
Oh, sorry.
guys died. And that is all I say.
And that's all it takes to finish this. It's obvious, isn't it, what was so strange about Celeste's comment?
oh wait, what? What do I shoot? When she said that, she should only have known about Hafumi's death. And that in mind, what's strange about what she said is... Wait, then wait.
Said was, they must really be enjoying this. Enjoying the sight of us standing around, frightened and confused. They must be positively related. We are all going to die here. We are going to die, just like those.
Can I break those guys with those guys?
That is all I say.
And that's all it takes to finish this. It's obvious, isn't it?
Okay, I think I...
Strange about Celeste's comment?
Yeah, I think I need a... Didn't expect me to do all the work for you to figure out. I don't know how to get rid of it besides shooting. I need to think about it more. There must be a contradiction somewhere. Do I...
All he said was,
Wait, this doesn't seem... Yeah, this doesn't seem to be it. I don't think it's a file.
enjoying this. Enjoying the sight of us standing around, frightened and
Okay, I don't think it's us.
they must be positively related. We are all going to die here.
I
We are
don't...
going to die, just like those guys died.
Okay, if I want to take
And
Byaku's statement and shoot it at those guys.
All it takes to finish this. It's obvious, isn't it? What was so strange about Celeste's comment?
Okay, I think I'm going to do that. And if that doesn't work, I'm going to just start shooting randomly. Okay.
all he said was, they must be really enjoying the sight
So, but yeah, using the word they
around, frightened
really,
positively related.
for me, goes
Going to die here.
goes to a woman killer, and I feel like that means...
Just like
Oh, okay. Okay, that's kind of bullcrap, I'm sorry. Using so strange to be the contradiction.
That's right. There's no reason Celeste should have said, just like those guys died. When she said that, none of us had told her Taka was dead.
I mean, again, so strange doesn't really contradict it, it's just... whatever.
Exactly. And we didn't run into her until after we were all out in the hall.
Is Bracco wearing a pocket watch?
So there was never any chance for her to have seen his body in the equipment room for herself.
So how did you know, Celeste?
Yes,
How
Celeste.
did you know more than one person had been killed? And how did you know they were both guys?
Okay, you guys is just a saying. A. B. She knew it could have only been a guy because she's seen literally everyone else.
Because Kyoko had also disappeared, right?
Yeah. Yeah. Maybe it makes sense.
You all have such vivid
I want to repaint my nails black. It's so fun.
You claim that I was lying when I told you about the suspicious person I saw. Then what about the picture I took? How do you explain this picture of the costumed villain dragging Hifumi away?
I mean, if they all connect all the pieces, you can just stack the pieces up and then just take the photo.
It has to be some kind of setup, right? So let's put the suit on. And then she used the camera's timer to set up the picture.
I think it explicitly says that's not true.
You are the only one who
Oh.
could possibly fit into
Yeah, that too, but I meant the...
Plus, I have to
Yeah.
say that this particular camera does not have a timer. In other words, it is an unassailable fact that this is a picture of Hifumi being dragged away. If everything I told you was a lie, how can this picture exist?
Simple. Are we sure that's really a picture of the suspect dragging Hifumi away?
What could you possibly mean by that?
Surely there are other explanations than the one you've offered up.
No, there is no other explanation.
Other explanations? If it wasn't a picture of the suspect dragging Hifumi away, the only other possibility is... it has to be this one. The other two don't make sense. You know, let's freaking... Hero was drinking, that's why he passed out.
I got it! It's not a picture of the suspect dragging Hifumi away. I would say it's a picture of Hifumi dragging the suspect away.
That's certainly within the realm of possibility. The one being dragged off in that picture isn't Hifumi, but the person in the robot suit.
Ties are so funny to me because, like, they serve no function. They're just pieces of cloth you tie around your neck, but, like, they're considered formal, and, like, the different knots are considered more formal than others. But then, like, there's ascots and bolo ties and bow ties, and it's so funny because it's just, like, ties. Like, I personally, when I dress up fancy, I wear a bow tie for me because it's, like, a full-on tie is just it's just cumbersome to try to deal with. But just both Hifumi and Kyoko have ties on, so it's just like it's so funny. It's just hilarious to me.
You've simply been led to believe that it's the other way around.
Really propped him up there. Hero
And
or the
strange
suit.
costume might only exist to lead us astray even farther. If you saw someone wearing something like that in this situation, of course you'd notice and be suspicious.
That's what happened! You put me to sleep and made me out to be the bad guy in all this!
Such a thing is utterly impossible.
Utterly impossible.
Hifumi was dragging him away? Ridiculous.
Is it? I don't think it's ridiculous at all.
Then shut your mouth and allow
Oh.
me to educate you.
What's Celeste? Celeste thinks she can prove that there's no way Hifumi was dragging the suspect away. But is that really possible? I don't know. Let's listen. Make your argument. Oh god, oh. Okay. Costume, message, blueprints.
You dressed me up in that suit after I passed out! Then you just dragged me across Hifumi and had him carry my weight! You tried to make me look like a bad guy!
Like I said, ridiculous.
Okay, I feel like it's a costume.
The suspect is standing perfectly upright.
Ah, yes, okay.
The person inside the suit was a
It's very rigid.
There's no way they could stand up straight like
I feel like, yeah. I was gonna shoot at the last one. I was just gonna listen because there's 3 notches left. But that one was definitely it.
No. Even if the person inside the suit were unconscious, they could still stand up like that. Because that Robo-Justice suit had a certain characteristic.
You totally can't bend at the waist. Seems like an obvious oversight.
That's right.
I wasn't. I don't know why I gave her that twang at the end.
I'm not so sure that was a mistake. I think the suit was designed from the beginning to be used the way it was.
Oh, a face we haven't seen before.
Celeste and Hifumi took the suit they specially designed and stuffed Hero into it. That's how they were able to fake that whole thing.
Yeah, it's so heavy as all hell. Deadweight's heavy.
The point of it all was to make us believe whoever was in the suit was to blame. Well then, I suppose this is checkmate.
Now we're playing chess? She plays poker. Oh, Celeste is also wearing a tie. Oh god. Faces we haven't seen before.
Celeste? Clearly, you want to cram me into your little guilty box. Well, one little problem. Have you already forgotten what Hifumi told us as he lay dying?
Yes. No, we're not. We didn't forget, but... Hey, Fumi, who was it? Who attacked you? Who tried to kill you? Who killed me? That's right. I remember their name. Their name. It's a woman. Yasu. Hero. Well, that's weird.
When we asked you who had attacked you, his answer was quite clear, was it not? He said, and I quote, Yasuhiro. In other words, Yasuhiro Hatakure!
Right. But my name isn't really Yasuhiro. It's actually Taro.
It's Taro? That's hilarious. Wait, I'm sorry. Wait. Yasuhiro's name is Taro. Celeste clearly has a fake name. I called that from the beginning. So, did Hifumi... Hifumi wouldn't have known that your real name is Taro. B... Why... It's bold of me to say why. I also changed my name. But then, I'm wondering, did Celeste tell Hifumi that her name was Yasuhiro at the beginning and just by luck? But that seems a little weird, but she did say her gambling strategy is just luck.
Your confusing statements don't make any sense. You're only making things more complicated.
It's true.
He did say Yasuhiro, but are we sure he was really pointing the finger at Hiro?
What the hell are you talking about? I'll tell you a lie!
Oh, God.
What do you mean by that?
Think back to how Hifumi used to talk to us.
Okay.
What if he referred to each of us?
He said, for serious. No, that was... He did not give people nicknames. He didn't say for serious. I guess the last names... I'm gonna be real, I didn't really notice. But, yeah.
I got it!
Yeah.
That's right! Our last names! He called us all by our last names!
Exactly. I know I heard him say Mr. Miyagi more than once, for example.
Yeah.
So if Hifumi did need to say Hiro's name, he would have said his last name, Hagakure.
I'm sure it was just
I mean,
incidental.
he was dying.
He just, his first name.
He was dying. He was dying.
Indecent?
Random chance. Now isn't No. There's no reason to think he would have said the name any different than normal.
I mean, he was dying.
But he must have run out of energy before he could say any more.
So Hifumi was trying to tell us the last name of whoever killed him?
But the name he said doesn't apply to anyone here.
Well, I mean, it doesn't need to say anymore. I mean, he only says last name. What is weird is there was no marker beforehand, like Mr. But again, I stick by the they being a girl thing with Celeste being the killer. In my mind, it all adds up. So it's weird that he didn't say Miss Yasuhiro.
No. Hold on. There's one person it could apply to. And that's Celeste. She never actually told us what her real name is.
Yeah. Lindenberg.
What did you just say? To think you take your false accusation so far, I don't know whether to laugh or spit. Come on! Enough with your idiotic blather. Yasuhiro is a loser's name. Do I look like a loser to you?
I don't know enough about the name Yasuhiro to know if it's a loser name. You are very intense.
What? I think I've earned the right to be a little on edge.
Okay.
Yeah, you're gonna be turned into a little pachinko ball.
Real name.
Make sure your ear holes are wide open and listen up!
I mean, she could be half German.
My real name is Celestia Ludenberg.
Lutenberg.
Please stop making me repeat myself over and over again!
Celeste still won't give up, so then I have to do something to make her accept. I mean, again, we can just believe her. I mean. I know a few people that have weird last names because married and e-handbook, we can use it. We can we can make her use her e-handbook.
Trying to tell us something. He wanted us to know the killer's last name. Yasuhiro.
If there's one person who
Got an achievement.
has that last name,
It would have to be you, Celeste. You haven't told anyone what your real name is.
how many times do I have to tell you? My name is Celestia Ludenberg! God damn it!
I'm glad she didn't just choose a random name and just forgot it.
I'm not pretending. It's the truth. And since you have no way to contradict me,
We do.
No, it's wrong.
Break.
That's it. The handbook.
what?
And that's why Kyoko brought it up earlier.
Anytime you turn your handbook on, it shows the owner's name when it boots up.
Would that mean it dead name me?
Monokuma told us all about it before.
This handbook is absolutely vital to a healthy school life, so don't lose it. When you start it up, it will display your name, and always make sure you have the right one. Now, this is not your everyday notebook. It has many more uses than that.
So all we have to do is check our handbook, and that'll clear up everything.
God, I hated carrying around a notebook, or we called it an agenda. I hated carrying that thing around. It was so annoying. You did it for everything, and then teachers would like sign in it and stuff. It was so annoying. They're like, "Did you write down your homework?" I'm like, "Yeah."
That's how we find out Celeste's real name.
Had to use it to sign out to go to the bathroom until I was 18.
That's an invasion of privacy. I refuse to cooperate.
Celeste, can you please just tell us what really happened?
Yeah, girl.
Please,
It's okay.
just
Oh, sorry. Just tell us.
Even when I'm put in check, it's just my nature not to give up.
Yeah, but it's not check. It's checkmate.
Because Because until the game's over, you never know what might happen.
Think you just admitted it, honey.
Fine then. Let me settle it. Let me go over the case again.
Ah, comic book time.
All your crimes. And that'll bring everything to an end.
Begin. Okay. We got this. Okay. We are in a room. I'm going to say this is Celeste. I mean, if it's face to face and face to face, that kind of makes sense. Act 2, so now we're in a different room. It's 1 in the morning. They're in the room. He walks in. He gets stuffed in there. He gets the photo taken. Taka my baby. Oh wait, 6 o'clock. Oh my god, there was more. Yeah, 6 o'clock? Did I mess up? No, these are just this and this are just close-ups. We're here. Taka. He kills Taka. This is something I didn't realize. Okay, he kills Taka. I know I didn't like you. Screw you. Hammer 4? Celeste showing us the camera. We're in here. We see Hifumi. With 2. Oh, wait. Wait, did I mess up? No. Okay, wait. So we're here. He's in the nurse's office. He does a nice little spin. And oh, yeah, Justice Hammer 3. God, my brain is in. It's panicking. It's panicking. Okay, so wait. We use 2 to knock him out. We kill Taka with. We kill Taka with 3. Oh wait, no, we see it. We literally see it. Never mind. We literally see him holding hammer 4. We do this 3. We see the dead body, so yes, definitely Celeste. They see his body. Then oh. He's being weird with Celeste. Celeste takes the hammer. Bonk. Oh wait. Oh, I missed one. He moves it. Okay, he looks around, no one's here. Takes the body, wraps him up, takes him, puts him in the other room. Being weird. Bonk. Okay. God, I think I did that.
Before anything, The killer persuaded someone to help carry out
Okay, so this is Hifumi's room. This was definitely Hifumi's room.
With an accomplice, the killer was able to execute a number of otherwise
Oh.
impossible schemes.
I love this background music. It's like, I don't even know what it is, how you would describe it. The singing. Tick, tick, tick.
First, they convinced someone to meet them in the rec room last night at 1 in the morning. That someone they met with was Hiro. The murderous duo intended to pass Hiro off as the prime suspect. So when they met up with him, they drugged him, knocked him out, and stuffed him into the Robo-Justice suit. Next, Hifumi positioned himself to make it look like Robo-Justice was attacking him, while the killer used a digital camera to take pictures of the assault. They did all this just to create evidence that would put the suspicion on Hiro. When they were done with him, they shoved him, still unconscious.
Okay, so he was in the locker, despite it being a really big costume.
And then finally, at 6 a.m., they moved into the murder phase of their plan. They called Taka to the equipment room.
I guess to shove him into the suit and back into the locker before anyone could see, but being what, 6 in the morning, like 1 in the morning to 6 in the morning, that's a lot of difference. I think, again, I guess it's enough time to get things organized, but like having, I guess, again, putting things in the, I think you could have done it in an hour. Like, I think personally, I wouldn't have waited like from 1 in the morning to 6 in the morning. I think I would have been like, yeah, meet me in the rec room at, God, my brain just did not know how to do math for a second. Meet me in the rec room at like 5 in the morning, just to be like an hour, or maybe even 4. I don't know. Like 1 seems like very early, but at the same time, I guess they really wanted it to be this difference between the times, a lot different.
And that's where Hifumi killed him, making it the scene of the first murder. The murder weapon was Justice Hammer 4, which was left there in the equipment room. The reason hammer number 4 was used was to create confusion about the order of the crimes. So, next they falsified 2 more assault incidents. For these attacks, the killers pretended to be the victims to solidify Robo-Justice as the suspect. The first fake incident was the attack in the rec room. There, the killers wanted us to see Justice Hammer 1 and the Robo-Justice they wanted to make sure we bought the surprise attack store. The second fake incident was the attack in the library. This time, they planted Justice Hammer 2 and an injured Hifumi.
Okay, so there were fake bloods in the library as well, I guess.
With these 2 incidents, the killers were able to create a certain preconception in our minds that the suspect was increasing the size of the hammers and attacking people in order as they did. We fell right into their trap and started looking for the suspect based on that.
When did Hifumi have time for all of this? All the making of the hammers and the suit.
While we did that, we left Hifumi alone in the nurse's office.
I do like Toko's braided hair, it's very cute.
This was exactly what Hifumi was hoping for. He took a blood packet from the refrigerator and Justice Hammer 3 and turned the room into a crime scene. in which he himself had apparently been brutally murdered. He let out a scream to draw us back, and when we returned, that's what we found. Meanwhile, the other group that had been out searching found Taka's body at the same time. So when we heard the body discovery announcement, we naturally assumed it was for Hifumi. We left the nurse's office, and Hifumi once again took advantage of the situation. He simply got up and made his escape. When we learned his body had disappeared, we all rushed back to the nurse's office. And once again, Hifumi had the chance he was waiting for. This time, he snuck into the equipment room. He left Taka's body in a tarp and used the dolly to move it all the way down to the repository. That explains how each of the bodies disappeared.
His little hair.
Didn't know what the true killer had in mind for their final act.
His hair is like a wagging dog's tail.
Their plan all along was to kill Hifumi and get rid of the one person who could betray them.
Okay, that's fair. That's fair. I was gonna be like, why didn't you just kill another person? But yeah, no.
Did it using an ordinary, everyday hammer from the repository. That should cover everything that happened in this case. And the villain behind it all is...
Do we normally switch places? That's cool.
Celeste. Sorry, you lose.
In this particular photo, it reminds me of Nadja from What We Do in the Shadows, the TV show. A good TV show, I like it.
Lost?
Yeah, boy!
I'm lost? When was the last time I was forced to utter such words? They hang heavy around my neck.
Then you admit it? You're the killer?
Listen to you, trying to take charge, as if you're my private instructor.
Can't sit still right now, sorry.
Celestia Ludenberg.
Ludenberg.
Actually, no. Taiko Yasuhiro is fine.
Taiko Yasuhiro. To be fair, you pass out. You pass out in a new school. You come to, everyone around you says, oh yeah, I passed out too. And they just expect you to be like, okay, cool, what's your name? And you're supposed to tell them your full name. I mean, kind of does make sense that you don't use your full name. I'm just like that. I would be like, yes, my name is, I was gonna say John Douglas. I'm like, yeah, no, that's somebody else's name. I would just forget it, though. Taika? Why are we so surprised about that? I don't know.
I'm the kind of person, once I'm lost, I don't like things to drag on.
She did change her voice. That's so weird. Is there no S rank? Ooh, a lot of coins.
Okay, Monokuma. I'm ready to begin.
Oh, dang, really? It's just a different voice.
Or, no. I suppose this is the end.
It's weird that she had that accent. That accent wasn't German, but Lindenberg was. Or European.
It is indeed the moment we've all been waiting for. Time to vote, okay? Okay. If you would, please locate your lever and cast your vote. And when the votes are tallied, who will become the Blackened? Will you make the right choice or the dreadfully wrong one? What's it gonna be? What's it gonna be?
I'm just saying, man, having that, like, changing your voice for so long without slipping. The faces are grayed out. It's basically a formality at this point, but once again, you're totally correct. Is it gonna ever be, like, actually, like, telling us, like, no, you're, like, is he lying? The black in this time, the true killer who deceived the whole devised the whole stinking scheme was Celestia Lundenberg, or more precisely, Taiko Yasuhiro. I lost. Well, that sucks. I guess trying to work with someone else was a mistake after all. Hifumi's ineptitude was beyond all my calculations. So, you really did approach Hifumi with this plan. But how did you get him to agree? I can't imagine he would have happily agreed to commit murder. I'm sure she relied on her specialty, lying. My specialty? Don't make me laugh. I didn't have to lie to him to agree. Then, did you use, you know... Well, now we don't say it. But earlier we did. I knew you'd figure it out, Kyoko. You're absolutely right to get Hifumi to act as my accomplice. I used her. For everyone who's still left, I'll avoid mentioning it by name, but we already did. Makoto screwed that up for us. It was the one thing Hifumi and Taka were both super into. Does she mean... She's talking about alter ego. What? What? What are you talking about?
Just a second.
Don't interrupt, we're in the middle of a very important conversation here. I'm totally out of the loop, as usual. How sad.
In other words,
Then you're the one who stole it. That's right.
I see.
And you used it to drag Hifumi into your plan you'd come up with. Right again. Last night, after we had our meeting about how it disappeared. It had disappeared. I planned Hifumi a little visit. Paid Hifumi a little visit. What are you doing here? I was hoping I could talk to you. Alone. It was about what was stolen. I know who did it. Is that a pudgy princess costume in Hifumi size, or...
Are you okay with this?
No judgment. I mean, again, I'm dressed up, dude. Have fun. I'm thinking of dressing up as one of these characters as well. I mean, come on. Cosplay's fun. It was Taka. He stole it. What?
So then,
And I have proof. Would you like to see it? As it turned out, I'd found a use for the digital camera. I'd taken you-know-what from Taka's room earlier and took pictures of it there. Why is everyone's doors open? You guys have keys. I deleted the picture as soon as I'd shown it to Hifumi, of course. So it was him. And how did he do it? She was supposed to yell if either of us got close to her. You are correct, which is why Taka forced me to steal it. Please forgive me. He threatened me. He did? He came to my room last night, unannounced, and then... It's hard for me to even say. He abused me. The ultimate moral compass. Sure. And he He took pictures and he said if I did not do as he asked, he would show them to everyone. With what? You're the only one with the camera. So, I had no choice. That's a crime. He's an absolute crime. I knew he'd gone a little crazy, but I never imagined he would go that far. It was amazing how completely he bought it. I can't express how enjoyable it was. I'm about to say something I've never said before in my life. Heck. I'm going to kill him. I'm gonna fucking kill him. I don't know why I'm doing that voice for him. I'm going to kill him. Wait, please. If you go now, you will be playing right into his hands. Taka is planning to use her to escape, and he has made you his target. Escape? You don't mean Taka's going to try to kill you? Fair. And all he can keep her to himself. Also, he can keep her. That bastard. Bastard. Can we allow him to continue with these barbaric acts? Absolutely not. How could I? She. I have to save her. Then, would you like to join with me? Would you like to join with me? It just so happens I have came up with a plan. I devised a way to reclaim what he has stolen and escape this dreadful school. And with that, it is complete. What are you talking about? Oh, nothing. Hifumi agreed without a second thought. The effect that item had on him was remarkable. The power of love, even a love as twisted as that, can still drive people mad, it would seem. You disgust me. I have another question for you. Was that strange costume Hifumi's creation? Yeah, it was a real pain in the butt too. All I asked him to do was make something to hide the face and general body size. I had no idea he'd come up with something like that, but it's my fault for picking him in the first place. So, how'd you decide to make him the suspect? Me the suspect. How did you decide to make me the suspect? Because you're stupid. That's it? And, in that regard, I made the right choice. I'm so glad your stupidity surpassed my every expectation. Life may have been rough on your parents, though. Must have been rough on your parents, though. I feel like I could cry. But when you were explaining your plan to Hifumi, how did you explain the part about him playing dead? What she's asking is, what was Hifumi supposed to do after that, assuming you had actually left him alive?
Are you okay with this?
It's simple. After he did his part, I pretended to be dead. Once someone showed up, I told him to say he'd been seriously wounded. He was on the verge of death and barely holding on. And I like that he was actually doing that, huh? And he really believed that? Of course, of course. That wasn't all there was to it. As I explained it to Hifumi, the plan was, well, you were all questioning him about what had happened to him. I was going to murder someone else. At that point, Hifumi would have an alibi, so nobody could doubt him, and I told him that, and he believed it. It seems very straightforward. Stereotypical. I just matched the lie to the level of the opponent. In fact, Hifumi ate it up. He believed the lie wholeheartedly right up until the moment of his death. So, you had planned to kill him all along. But, of course, there would have been no point to my plan if the other, who pretended to be dead, did not end up dead himself. How can a human life mean so little to you? That's a non-issue. I simply did everything in my power to win. Now you sound like Braca. No, don't be mean to her. I mean, that's rude. I mean, yeah, she killed someone. And Taka, my love. The person that matters in this case. But don't make her say that she sounds like Braca. No. He diverts his pleasure from the thrill of the... Oh. He derives his pleasure from the thrill of the hunt. In that aspect, we are nothing alike.
Why?
Then, what made you take things so far? Was it really just for money? I mean, she got a nice setup. I mean, like, it was right after we learned about Alter Ego. I didn't even think the money was part of it. But, yeah, okay, sure, the money. Are you talking about the $10 million Monokuma offered us? That is a lot of money, it's true. But that's not all there is to it. From the moment of our new life here began, my only thought was escape. Okay, cool. My only thought was escape. But all along you were saying how we have to accept living here. Obviously, that was a lie. I couldn't take it. I hated it from day one. The more anyone else in here, or more than anyone else in here, I wanted to get out. Every day was fresh torture. And do you want to know why? Because I had a dream. And accepting a life here would have meant nothing less than giving up on my dream. Forever. There's no way that I could ever do that. In the underground world of gambling, I risked my life to make a metaphorical killing. And it was all for that dream. And and what was the dream of, that was me. And what was this dream of yours? To live in a European castle. Those aren't that expensive. You probably could have. If you made a killing, you probably could have. A castle? I mean, in Europe, castles are everywhere. And to gather handsome men from all over the world to serve as my butler / bodyguards / sex slaves. I was going to have them dress up like vampires and satisfy my every need. Sex slaves. Once I obtained that, I would have created a perfectly aesthetic world for decadence. Living the rest of my life there was my only dream and my only goal. That's what life is all about. Combined with my own winnings, Monokuma's $10 million would have made that dream a reality. Okay, paying people to be your butlers and sex slaves would have been expensive, so I see. You needed the 10 mil. I get it. I got right to the edge, but unfortunately my dream has been shattered to the wind. Still, I don't have any regrets. I pursued my dream till the very end. So why would I? You sound so passionate, but you really were able to kill your own friends for it. Are you asking me to feel guilty? That's a pointless endeavor. I think nothing of sacrificing others for my own ends. I feel nothing. That's all there is to me. That's what makes me complete. Isn't it terrifying how different our values are? There's simply no room for understanding. That's what we should be saying. And plus, how could you be so calm? Don't you realize you're about to die? Yeah, so I think in my aspect of thinking, I think that's part of it. Like, viewing this whole game and viewing all of this, I really think I connect with Chihiro the most, with it being like, oh boy, even just the act of being passive, like not doing a killing, you still are taking part in it. So, like, but then also, like, you can't be the one killing, because that's murder. Kind of then being like, okay, we'll live here, and we're just going to try to make the best of it, and, like, trying to still best himself, even in this situation. I think I so far agree with Chihiro on that. Why aren't you scared? My ability to lie is unrivaled. Unrivaled. And I take pride in that. It's not just other people. I can even fool my own emotions. The conscious, oh God, trying to do a voice and read is really hard. The unconscious. That's why you're not scared?
Yes, indeed.
That's right. I don't fear death. Kill me however you like. But you know, if I could be reincarnated, if I had a choice then, I think I would like to come back as Marie Antoinette. Is that how time works? Like, can you get reincarnated into the past? I don't know. The hero, you're making some good point. You make a good point. Wouldn't you just be executed again? Celeste smiled then, and when she did, it looked to me like a poor effort to force it. Yeah, she's just trying to do a poker face. She claimed she could fool her own feelings, but that statement itself must have been her final lie. And that weak, fake smile is what betrayed her. Ouch. Ouch. I feel it. I feel the fake smile. Like, there's something so real about trying to fake an emotion, but it's just such a thing. Oh man, I love that. You all done? Right, then let's get rolling. The blackened disturb the peace and must pay the price. Now then, I've prepared a very special punishment for her, the ultimate gambler. Let's see. Okay. He's saying it. He said the whole thing. Give her the room key too. Now he locks it. I just want to see their rooms. Just try to get out of here. Yeah.
Perhaps we'll meet again. In another life.
I guess time is weird. I mean, if you think about it, if time doesn't move linearly and souls and reincarnation exist, then why can't you come back as a previous person? Huh. Bing. Celeste has been found guilty. The time for the punishment. What's it gonna be? What's it gonna be? Medieval torture. Burning alive as the stake. Ooh, I love the giant, bunny? The burning of the witch. Okay, I couldn't read it. Burning alive is, especially when I was a kid. Scary, bad, don't love. Yeah, you know, kids are all gruesome. They're like, which one would you rather have, burned alive or drowned? And I'm like, I know people say drowning hurts, but burning alive hurts a hell of a lot. So, I couldn't read it. What does it say? Help? Oh, what? She didn't get burned? Was that too gruesome? What? Why did she get hit by a truck? Is that like a saying, like with Mondos? Out of the fire into the fire truck? It's over. The third execution is over. So that's death. So each of them have their own unique murder execution planned. I think I said this before, but do they have each execution planned for even like the creators, even for the ones that don't get executed, like Chihiro or Sayaka? What would their executions have been? Celeste's death is over. Celeste killed my friends, so I can't pity her, but you can pity people that are still awful. I also can't deny that at one point I considered her a friend too. I mean, yeah. And for him to just go along with, come along and, isn't it just awful? Someone couldn't cut free of their regrets from the outside world, and so more people had to die. You guys are still young. You need to place more value on your lives.
What are you gonna do?
Jeez, I'm here, and here I thought you guys were gonna pass the torch of hope to the next generation. Oh, don't you care about hope? What do I care about hope? I'll throw it in the trash if you just let me out of here.
Too bad.
You're all the embodiments of hope, whether you like it or not. And that's my destiny, to knock on you down one by one. It's sad, yes it is, but the reality just can't be avoided. You're talking like you're not responsible. How long are you going to make us keep going through this? What do you want from us? God, I'm so sick of people asking me that. Give it a rest already. So, anyways, Kyoko, did I see you got some kind of key type object from Celeste? So, what's the deal with that? What was the matter? I'll answer your question if you answer mine. What did you do? What did you do to me? What? Answer me. Oh, dang. Music popping off. Answer me. What did you do to my body? Oh, jeez. Oh, man. Oh, jeez. Oh, man. Oh, jeez. What do you mean? What did I do? I have no idea. I don't mean anything. I don't know anything about it. Is it because she's like older? Like a year older? 2 years? I heard 2 years, but I don't know. 2 years older? Is it because she's older? Or something brain swappy? We go in full get out mode. We're going full get out, brain swap. she's actually the headmaster in her head. She isn't, I don't know, how old? 2 years in, 16? She's not actually 16. 16-year-old girl, she's the headmaster. Huh? What was that about just now? The Mastermind did say something... The Mastermind did something to Kyoko's body? What does that mean? Okay, things are getting kind of awkward. I think it's time... I think it's about time I get out of here. Meanwhile, you guys can just go on enjoying your school life. If you get lonely, give me a shout. Not that I'll do anything about it, of course.
See ya later.
See ya. Monokuma disappeared, leaving us all depressed and in despair. Although, it wasn't all despair. There was one small hope. Hey Kyoko, Monokuma already mentioned it, but... what's that key Celeste gave you? Most likely is a key to one of the dressing room lockers. What? Then, that means... Celeste probably hid it in there. I suppose sometimes it's easiest to miss what's right up beneath your nose. Well then, we better go check. Yeah, one time I bought a birthday gift for my sister or my sibling, and I didn't put it away or wrap it yet. I just put it on our living room, like, coffee table. I just placed it there, and I was like, oh god, I hope she doesn't notice, because I walked away and she came down the stairs, and we talked, and I'm just, like, trying not to look at it, because I'm scared I'm just gonna, like, repeatedly look at it, so I'm trying not to look at it, and she leaves. I wrap it real quick, and later she comes back, and she's like, oh my god, is that a birthday gift? And I'm like, yes, but you can't open until your birthday a few days later. And then, like, when she opens it, I'm like, you really didn't notice? And she's like, no. It's just like, yeah, I guess, so. Plain sight. Hidden in plain sight. Good idea. We left the courtroom and rushed into the dressing room. We approached the dressing room. Kyoko looked back at us and said, I'm going to go on alone from here. Everyone else head into the dining hall. I'll check in with you later. Why exactly are you going alone? Do you even have to ask? As she spoke, she glanced quickly at the surveillance camera. That's not what I meant. Why you? There's still the risk of a spy, you know. Then, I'll go too. You? Please let me go? Standing here arguing is just going to draw more attention to us. Whatever. Do whatever you want. Thank you, Baka. Well, then, it's up to you, now. I'm gonna go to the dining hall, okay? So, Makoto and Kyoko are going to go together? If we're not taking a bath, chill. Does that mean what I think it means? Good luck, Makoto. Girls like her are totally pushovers when you show a little backbone. Show a little back. Okay. I tried to figure out what forget what Hina said. Everyone headed to the dining hall, leaving me and Kyoko alone. Kyoko there alone.
Shall we go?
Well, shall we? Yeah. Okay, I'm gonna save. Oh, I thought it was gonna be in the middle of the. Whenever the next pause is. So, I'll do it now. Can I do it now? I'm gonna save now. I have 105 coins. I'm gonna get so many items. Okay, save. I'm gonna save again. Yeah. Okay, I'm gonna save it here and I'm gonna leave because it might have been 3 hours. Whoops, my bad. And then in 2 days I'm gonna be back, hopefully, and talk to Alter Ego and presumably continue our life and probably then have murders the time after. No, thank you, you're amazing. I'm so glad you're enjoying it. I think it's really fun to have someone that also doesn't know or didn't know what was happening, like playing the game at the first time. I know I'm taking 8 trillion years longer than you, but it's really nice to like have someone that's like fresh, because so many people are like, oh, who's your favorite character, which is great. I freaking love that. But just like to not know things, to be in the same place, you know, I love it. Thank you. So yeah, I'm going to leave it here. I'll see you probably in 2 days. Yeah.